strength. Your strength is 20. Give me just a second here.
Yeah.
If you
It's
carry
maxed.
nothing else,
Yeah.
you can carry 24 10-foot ladders.
24 10-foot ladders? Come
24
on.
10-foot ladders.
That can't be real.
Yeah, you're a lot. You count as a large creature. I believe as a bugbear for carrying capacity. And carrying capacity is normally 15 times your strength.
Uh-huh.
So your carrying capacity would normally be 300, but that
Okay.
gets doubled to 600, and the ladder's 25 pounds. So, 600 over 25 is 24.
Wow.
Yep.
I can carry a lot of things. What are you doing
You
to that
can
poor
carry-
animal? Oh my god.
You can carry specifically a lot of ladders.
I watched Tyler walk by with that thing. I was like, what are you doing to that poor animal? It should have been what
Lynn
did you
got herself
do?
a fluffy warm coat.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I feel it.
Oh my gosh.
It actually looks pretty good if the coyote head doesn't show up on camera, Tyler.
It
Why?
doesn't.
Why not? Pick it up like a puppet. Like
No.
meh.
That is intensely disconcerting, and that I am not here for.
What do you mean? I'm into it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm into it, but I'm not here for it,
No, this is understandable. Me and Tyler went out for dinner yesterday.
Oh my
Ooh, very nice.
Mhm.
Ooh la la.
You didn't do that to me while we had dinner though.
Look what I got.
Oh, you
But
had your
the-
leftovers?
Yeah.
How was it day 2?
Oh, it's brisket, man. It's good.
All right, is everybody ready?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I was born ready. Hold on. I need to see if I win my game right now. Please! Please! Yes!
Oh,
Your turn.
okay, you're capping out the mic there a little.
Which game?
Runeterra, I would guess.
Yeah. I had 60 some mushrooms in his deck, and I needed to pull 2 or I was about to lose. And I pulled 4.
Nice.
I also had another way to win that I just drew, but
Victory.
Victory will be ours.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That was perfect.
Bless you.
don't you
All right.
dare.
The lights, they turn
You have
on
been blessed now.
when I hit the color and they turn on.
Oh shit, I forgot. This is an important piece. It's been a while.
This YouTube
Oh,
video is
shit.
brought to you by GasX. Control those burps.
Fuck you, I do what I want. You can't control me.
I love you.
Fuck you. Fuck everybody in this call.
Wow.
What?
Oh my.
Yeah.
That
Fuck your
felt
viewers.
that felt
Come on, we're
I
all here to
look,
have some fun and
I
fuck some butts.
had one viewer for 3 seconds and now they're already gone. So it's all good. We're good. We're free boys.
Yeah, why isn't firewood listed in adventuring gear? This is bullshit.
Because
That's adorable.
trees?
I'm getting distracted by
Well,
that.
yeah, but like how much firewood do you need for an 8-hour campfire?
Wait, is there lots of trees on mountains? Like how high are
You
we
don't-
going?
Or deserts.
Oh, you could, man.
I'm with you on this, Dom. There should be firewood.
Yeah, this is kind of like there might be. I'm looking. It's not in like
Are
Tack
those Autobots, Brendan?
No.
Is that an Autobot? What is that?
It's not in
Right.
trade goods.
What is what?
Your picture in the background. It looks
Which
like.
one? You need to be more specific. There's
Sorry, the
5.
one in the center. There's like 4 looking like a robot or something.
Those are Gundams.
Ah, Gundams. Oh,
Yeah, same shit.
Wait, like Opa
no,
Gundam
no.
style?
vastly different.
Okay.
You have lots
Okay, Tyler. So I see you've chosen death today.
How do I get dark mode on Google Chrome?
Sorry, which one?
Settings dark mode?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Settings dark mode?
Have you tried?
Okay. Traditionally, firewood. I can't find it for 5e, but for 3.5 and Pathfinder, it was 20 pounds for a day of firewood. I have no idea how reasonable that is. I've never
Whoa.
weighed all the wood.
Who did
I
that?
put into a fire.
Did what?
It just switched to dark mode for me. How'd you do that?
Oh, she's controlling your Google account.
What the fuck?
I mean, Sarah's screen is
Alive.
really bright in the background, though.
Don't worry, she's
Hilarious.
switched me off this computer, so.
Oh.
Is everybody ready now?
Oh yeah, we've been ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay, then let's start.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you, man.
Yeah.
Are
Did
you
you go?
ready?
I
Did
asked
you
if
get your?
everybody was ready, and then you fucker started going to the tangent. So are
Oh
we
my
actually
god,
ready
this
now?
fucking guy.
Sorry.
I think Sean
Blame everybody
Alright,
but
let's go.
himself.
Sean may be downloading too much porn. His audio and video is not lining up right now. You should turn off the downloads real quick.
Yeah, we're good.
There you go. Now we're
Begin.
good.
Yeah, we're good to go.
I was just giving you a hard time,
Downloading
Sean.
a terabyte? Oh, geez, that didn't work very well. There we go.
Okay, so last we left off, you were about to go up the mountain. You are inside the town. Where are you guys going to go from here?
Well, where's our recap?
Yeah, first of all, recap. Second of all, Dom has his fucking camera on for the first time in forever. Looking
it's
good,
been-
Dom.
That
Been
haircut.
like 3 sessions. I thought I had it on for a bit of the second last session.
Oh yeah, what's our recap? What happened last time? We
Yeah.
killed the things. We
Last
partied.
time, I got it.
And you got it. Okay.
Last time, the party investigated the remainder of the mines to see what was left from the Boulay attack and explosion. After leaving the mine, you were congratulated and given a warm welcome by the residents of Bar Gordum. And that evening, celebrating, both Min and Aster came in contact with Ashfeld, who greeted them, saying immediately that he wished to speak with the party. The rest of the party was made aware of this fact the following day, as Ashfeld chastised them for not spending more time in Aerillon getting to know the people. From there, the party decided their next course of action was to go up the mountain to search for more Goliath, which is where we are now left off at.
Okay. Wonderful.
Let's go.
Are we at an inn? Are we like in the town? Oh,
Oh god, sounds like death.
Oh, I'll fix it. Sorry.
You would currently be within the halls of the Black Kettle, where you had spent the night prior.
There we go.
kiddo. Okay. Fantastic.
Where are we again?
Alrighty.
The grotto?
You're in the inn.
We're in the inn
We're
still.
back at the inn, essentially.
Yeah.
Where
We had
met
breakfast with the
Ashfeld.
dude.
Yeah, Ashfeld. right.
Ashfeld said he was gonna what? Sorry. Yeah.
No, sorry.
Alright. So the plan is essentially we're going to go up or towards the mountains, towards some of your kinmen. Flex? Is that the idea? Yes? No?
Flex.
What?
Pineapple.
What?
Someone's just taking a little time to wake up in the morning.
Yeah. He is gonna go
Sorry, somebody's a little muffled. What was that, Jared?
Is it too muffled, maybe?
How about this?
Oh,
Is
there
it
we
better?
go.
I heard you fine.
Sorry, if it was really bad, you should tell me though. I'm sorry about that.
How about this? Yeah?
Good.
Yeah.
Alright. So we've the next plan of action is you want to go meet up with your kinmen? Do you want to have their opinion of the land? Is that correct, Flex?
Yes.
Okay.
Really understand me, do you? What? Did you never understand me before? Or is
No,
it
no,
really bad?
I heard you just fine, but
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, let's have a plan of action then. we're gonna need some equipment if that's what Asta mentioned. Do any of you have any plans you wish to do in town then? Do you wish to take the time? Or shall we move on forward towards the mountains? Towards where you mentioned there being.
The only thing I'd be doing with my time is polishing up some of those gems we got to make them worth a little more. But...
No, how long of a walk is it, Flex, to this Goliath house?
I don't know. They're in the mountains.
Do you know where in the mountains?
Nope.
Do you know which mountain?
Nope.
Well, it seems like we've got a good set of questions to ask folk around here.
Agreed.
Flex, as you've been more aware of this, have you... Well, and I guess this is more a GM question. Have there been any Goliaths we've run across that have just slipped my memory while we've been here in Barger Doom?
Within Bargo Doom, you haven't seen any Goliaths within the halls here. A number of dwarves, elves, few furbolgs, few tieflings. Actually, a surprising number of tieflings. You would say the tieflings would likely be the second highest population of individuals behind the dwarves within the halls here, but no Goliath.
Alright.
It's a little weird. There's no Goliaths. If we're in the mountains where the Goliaths live. Do they not get along with the dwarves, maybe?
I'm just trying to find the name of the innkeeper here, because we know him. He's the husband of the priest lady who saved Ruslam. And
Last name de Bolbeck?
I am having a hard time finding it. I don't remember which session it was. We've had a few sessions in here.
That is all right. I will not fault you for that. I forgive you. You are only human. I am definitely not stalling you as I look up Torn de Bulbeck's name.
Yes, right. Oh yeah, there we go. I definitely found it in my notes here too. Perfect. Aster moves up to Torn de Bulbeck. Hey there, Mr. Torn de Bulbeck. I had
Torn is just fine. You don't.
All right, Mr. Torn. It seems like quite a few folk pass through here. Maybe not as many travelers as miners and workers, but what word is there of the mountains? One of our friend Flex the Goliath is hoping to visit some of his distant kin, perhaps up in the mountains here, and we know little of what communities may exist.
Aye, the Goliaths in the mountains are a prideful and secretive folk who do keep to themselves. They are self-sufficient within the mountains and will not make any trips any further down than the Bell site.
The Bell site?
About a two-day journey up the mountain. There is a small campsite and an iron bell, quite large in size, that sits there. We will ring the bell if we need to trade or wish anything of the Goliath, and within a day or two, they will come down and they will speak to us there.
Now this is a bit of a stretch, and feel free to scoff at our ignorance, but I'm assuming it would be too presumptuous of us to ring the bell to speak with these folk ourselves.
Torn pauses for a second, just kind of thinking. Any may wish to speak too, but if you come to them with a petty request, they will not forget. But, knowing the five of you, if you are wishing to speak to them, it will not be for any petty or meaningless needs. And I am certain if you are at least honorable and speak to them with respect, they will hear you out. Though I cannot promise that they will agree to whatever you wish to ask them.
I could ask that.
I assume you are planning on going just to the closest mountain, Mount Renault, that we are at the base at, and climbing from there.
Well, from the sounds of it, it sounds like any mountain upon which there are Goliaths, preferably the easier to ascend, the better. We're none of us expert climbers, though, we can get it done as best we can.
Speak for yourself. I live in the mountains.
Aye, well, be that as it may, you have no worries. The way to the battle site is, while still a treacherous hike, it is just that. More of a hike than a climb, although it is still quite a grueling and long, full 2-day hike in order to make it to that site. I'd still recommend having snowshoes, pickaxes, climbing gear, and the like, just in order to secure yourself should something happen. Avalanches aren't entirely uncommon.
Well, given that, I suppose it sounds like it might be cold. Should we be packing warmer clothes, or at least for the furless among us?
Indeed, the first day is fairly mild depending on the season. Obviously, being summer right now, it's going to be fairly warm, almost probably too warm for the first step of the climb. The first day is almost entirely switchbacks, and near the end of the first day is when it will really start to get cold, and you'll start to get your first taste of snow and ice. And then usually by the second day, most of your way up, regardless of the season, will be covered in at least some layers of snow.
Now, should we, for whatever reason, we're not the most patient bunch. We prefer action over waiting, it seems. And so, is it suicidal to press on past the bell site to attempt to speak with the Goliaths? We still have much discussing to do about it, but perhaps we'll want to prove our resolve or be on better terms than to simply summon them with the bell.
Aye, if you do wish, from the bell site, that takes you on the north-facing side of the mountain. From there, if you wish it, that is more of a direct climb from there. Probably another full 2-day climb up to where they call home. And that will be much more of a mix of, as I said, climbing, some steeper hikes, but while treacherous, with the right gear, it is passable and able to accomplish if you wish to just try to summit yourselves.
We find ourselves in thanks to the eminence of the Lord of Bargordum, we find ourselves with a bit of spare coin. And perhaps we will attempt to take that route. I'm not sure what my companions wish. What other dangers are there on the mountain?
Well, as he sits there and thinks for a moment, Torn is going to go off. He's going to grab himself a cask of ale and pour himself a large pint, holding the cask, the keg, offering each of you a drink. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning at this point.
It's just ale. Aster will have a mug.
Yeah, turns to each of the rest of you, kind of looks, offers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was just Aster that was speaking.
No, he. I mean, Aster's. You're all there though. You're all.
Okay. It's not a big inn, is it? Yeah, like we're all close by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
How high up is the bell?
The bell is about two. It's a 2-day hike to reach the bell.
Elevation.
The actual mountain elevation itself.
Yeah. I'll be fine, but these guys might struggle with the thin air if it's too high up.
For the bell site itself, the air starts to get a little thinner at that point, but nothing more than just some cold, sharp breath. Climbing the mountain, summiting from there, that's more of a challenge, should have said. That once you start to climb, while again capable for any mortal, any human to do, you will start to grow tired and fatigued much faster as you do climb higher.
Our mountain doors have been climbing since we were wee lads.
He looks at the rest of you. He looks to Reslim.
I'm fine, thank you.
Mount Renault in particular, at its highest peak, is about 10,000 feet.
Sean.
Yeah?
Sean, read what I sent you before you say that.
Yep. 10,000 feet.
Okay, then it'll be fine.
Thingor's gonna whip out a metal straw and start drinking his beer, morning beer.
Oh, it's quite good. Must be local, not shipped in from the capital, eh?
Uh-huh.
Singorn, these are your people. Is it rude to refuse her the dog, or?
You do what you wish. The drinking is mostly the night. In the morning, well, some are more used to it than others. It is your personal choice. No Aerillon tradition here.
Aster continues to drink from his wooden mug that he
Right.
offered him.
In terms of danger, like, do you want to know of beasts? Do you want to know about the tribes that live in the mountains? I can give you a history of all of the 4 brothers and the tribes that exist across all of them if you like, or we can focus just on the one you hope to climb.
I thought it was just a path that we were taking now. Guys, well, I'm getting... This seems to be a lot. I thought we were just following the path and ringing the bell.
I'm just keeping our options open, and it's quite possible that we may still be beset upon by beasts upon our way. Our every step here has been harried by raiders and bullets and the like. So just keeping our, forewarned is forearmed, or so they say, men.
Mm-hmm.
Are you against the idea of going up there, Min?
No. It's just... If it's a trade route and it's regular, we get some warm clothes and some avalanche gear.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to me Flex would be the expert on how to talk to these people. Just... That's all. I don't know.
Having a Goliath in your party will certainly probably help and not hinder. You do not hail from any certain tribe within the mountains, do you, Flex?
Nope.
Then that will likely help you more than hurt. The tribes in the mountains do, for the most part, keep to themselves and do not get along. So if you had any signs, sigils, or tattoos of the other tribes, they would look more negatively against that than positive of you carrying a mark.
Well, that makes things easier. But if anybody gives me any trouble, just give them the old 1-2.
Well, you might want to be careful about that, especially with these lot. Mount Renault is the only mountain with 3 different tribes of Goliath that all live amongst each other. There is the tribe of the moon, the tribe of the chisel, and the tribe of the rock. And that's ROC, not ROCK.
Oh.
A legendary bird.
Torn's going to give you a bit of a look. About as legendary as a drunkard in my pub.
I come from a people that honor and revere nature and the sky, so a bird that grand that inhabits such places is sacred to my kin.
Torn will just nod at this. Well, on Mount Renault there are hundreds of them, and the tribe of the rock have taken to taming and riding them. just how they've been able to traverse and build their establishments, their settlements, so high up the mountain.
That's a powerful boon for a tribe. Makes you wonder what the other two may have to balance it.
Well,
Master's eyes light up a little like a kid hearing stories of knights and dragons.
Oh my.
well, Hazarin Cloudhunter is the leader and chieftain of the Tribe of the Rock.
Was that Kazaroon?
Hazarin.
Kazarin. Sorry.
I will post for you.
Bear Cloud, what was it name?
I will post for you.
This Kazarin
Cloud
Cloudhunter.
Hunter. Oh.
Yeah, but what's their last name?
Cloudhunter?
No, that's the middle name. What's their last name? Like, what's the... Is it Rock?
Torn's just going to kind of shoot you a, I know not where you hail from, Sir Flex, but the tribes and the Goliaths within these mountains, they are given a first name at birth, and then as they accomplish something of importance in their life, they are given a last name, a title, as it were.
Yeah, they're given a title that's like a nickname or a middle name, and then they have a last name.
The tribal Goliaths do not, sir.
What kind of backwards fucking place do we live in now?
This
Nothing makes sense.
What's your last name, Flex?
None of your goddamn business.
You're certain you want to be the one? I always assumed that you were of the the McMassive was due to your stature, your physicality.
It's a long story, and we ain't got the time.
Well, I technically we're in no rush, but this
We got a 2-day
Cloudhunter-
hike in front of us, Flex. It's gonna be pretty boring.
I was talking to him.
Well, I mean, we're also in no rush to leave right now. But this Cloud Hunter fellow, how did they earn that epithet?
Nice.
I've never had the pleasure of asking. I've never actually met the man.
I bet you they've fought a cloud giant. Or something.
Perhaps.
Great.
Right, a
Could
cloud
be
giants are
due
real?
to his.
Well,
course
I've heard in
cloud
tales. If the rocks of
Most-
this place.
Most cloud giants tend to live in the mist and the northern areas, but they do exist.
Sorry, did you mean northern areas of Aerillon or the mountains?
Northern Aristel, yes. There are no cloud giants within within Mount Renault, at least. Mount Savar, Mount Erebrand, there are more giants within those mountains, but Mount Renault is thankfully clear of any giant presence. Though there are other dangers, ice mephits, cloakers, orogs.
Sounds fine. That sounded weird. Is there a good store to go to before we depart?
Well, I will send you over to Mal's. He runs the resource convenience store. Anything that you're going to need for your adventure, be it climbing gear, be it rations, be it rope nets or the like, Mal will have it there for you. That's where I would send you first.
Sounds convenient.
Hi. Fantastic.
Yes, it rather is, because they're He's gonna take another drink at that and cheers you.
Was there any magical weather or other unnatural hazards of the place? Magical storms, shifting mountains, strange winds?
Nothing of the sort, just the own sheer elements you have to worry about. The weather can turn very cold very quickly. There have been some climbers that have stated They have sat in 18-degree weather, and within 20 minutes, it is well below minus 20.
This is Celsius.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. Just confirming.
so warm clothes, stuff to make a fire in case.
Mal will have all of that, and certainly all very necessary. I wouldn't sleep out in just packs as well. You'll likely want a sturdier tent, especially with the stiff winds that you'll likely be dealing with.
Thank you very much for your insight.
For sure. Quick, the other two tribes, you don't seem interested in the other ones, but you probably should know of the two other tribes that work alongside the tribe of the rock. The tribe of the chisel is led by a woman named Shiggle Stonesinger. They are builders, craftsmen, and women, of course.
Twinkling eyes will twinkle at the idea of crafters.
Aster looks at him with a like, no, we're going to the rock people. But
And lastly, there is Delazar Wisefinder of the tribe of the moon.
Wisefinder.
They are a much more... Now, you're not going to want to mention the gods for the most part around these people. Probably the last bit of advice for you. They don't have anything against them per se, but while we always, of course, praise Ager be his name, Moradin, all of the like there, they praise more they praise the moon, they praise the greatest of the rocks, they praise the mountain itself. Not as an actual figure who speaks back to them, but just they recognize its strength, its power, and in turn that is what they worship.
And the king allows this?
The king... Now, the only, as far as I've ever heard tell, who have actually met these people face to face, the leaders, are envoys of the king. They... Word on the street, while the king may not necessarily agree with or like the fact that they stick to themselves and do not involve themselves within the world has given them a bit of a pass in the king and his guards' eyes, that they've never had to deal with them in any facet. So while it may not be approved, it's neither side has bothered the other at all, given them any reason to.
Is there a chance? Oh, what happened to me? Okay. Is there a chance they would have heard of us?
I wouldn't assume so. We didn't even hear you were to tell suddenly. By the way, I didn't realize you guys had a gang name.
Huh.
Grimm's gang. There was a fellow last night passing your name along.
Fucking.
It's a term. Well, there's other names as well for us. But it is one that has come into use.
That sounds rather spooky. I mean, had I not met you myself, I might think less of you, but obviously it's more of one of those, scare the pants off your enemy sort of thing than a...
It is, though, given that we prefer to help people when we can, we've been debating upon other names to use as primaries.
Well, if you come up with one, I'll be the first to spread it around here.
Perhaps it's one of the last things we'll do before we head out. More dramatic that way.
Alright.
Hey. Well, other than that, is there anything else? Nothing else speaks to mind right now of the, if you do wish to climb, if you do want to go direct right to the base where they settle, they may be impressed with that feat, and they may see it as a threat. I honestly maybe a coin toss on which way they go. And you better hope your silver tongues are working once they notice you if you do go that way.
I'm so sorry. I was captivated by my empty cup. What did you say?
Basically saying if you choose to climb up the mountain instead of waiting at the bell.
Oh, okay. That's taboo. All right, I get it. Sorry.
They're saying they may be impressed enough to speak with you if you go that way. They may see it as an attack, and he's not quite sure which way they would.
What if we do not ring the bell and we get there? That would be almost like an invasion, I'm suspecting. I don't know.
If you... The bell echoes loud and long enough for where they are in their other settlements, their watchtowers, to notice it. If you sit at the campsite and don't ring the bell and just wait there, you'll have a nice view of Bargo Doom and Aristel below, and that's about it.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the insight. I believe we shall move on towards the shop, maybe get some stuff ready, unless we have more questions.
Yeah, before we do, Flex, these are your people, these are your lands. Is there any other possible dangers that we should ask about, or anything else to consider?
Well, it's not tall enough for y'all to just be on the big old struggle to breathe, so that's a plus. We're not typically violent, so if we make the climb, they might be like, they won't care that I made the climb, but they might be impressed by you guys because you're kind of, especially the little one.
They're teeny.
Mountain.
I was talking about men. But you too, Stubby.
Wait, aren't I smaller than...
Can we call him Stubbs from now on?
You're shorter, but you're probably heavier and stockier.
Yeah.
With more mass.
Okay.
I'm just really confused that they haven't, because it's birth name, nickname, and those aren't even like stationary. Like those can be changed at the whim of the chieftain.
Perhaps.
And then a clan name.
Special clan.
Then there's a clan name. These might be different.
I'm just saying, we don't really need to trouble Torn with that, eh?
I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to. I'm not even directing this at him. I'm directing this at you. That my insight into Goliath might be off.
This was Aster sort of suggesting, like, this is another thing that kind of shows that we're not of this place. That was Aster sort of trying to hint, like, hey, this is another thing maybe we don't.
Yeah, but I'm not going to pick up what you're laying down, and I'm just going to say, I don't understand why there's no clan names.
Well, maybe we'll figure that out once we find them.
I will say the one, like, you do get the sense from when you chatted with him about the other clan names and that, like, he seemed maybe a little surprised because you were a Goliath that you did not know, but wasn't as much like, what? None of you realize this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
get the sense that
the first thing that's different, Flex. I worry about what else could be different.
That's what I'm getting at. So my insight might not be the most up to date. I mean, it sounds like, because I mean they got the first two parts, and what he describes a Goliath, but there might be some slight differences among them and me. So,
well, the only way to know will be climb the mountain.
Exactly, like, I mean, fuck it.
I say we head to the convenience store, he called it.
Sure. Alright, so this here, I won't, unless you guys would really like to, unless there's any specific questions for him, we don't need to roleplay. What are you looking for in terms of gear? So, yes, climbing gear... So everything Min buys is 50% off.
I want to be draped in a dead animal.
Where else do you get warm clothes in medieval times?
Ruslim, they fashion you a coat out of rats that have just been like tied together.
A single dead animal? Just one dead animal? Not multiple.
No. Like it's made out of like probably like 70 rats, just like all like wrapped and like tied together.
And they gave it to me for free?
Some homeless man kind of drunkenly sputtered and threw it at you and then ran away. So yes, no, but as far as this type of stuff, we can just figure out what you guys want and address the cost and go from there.
So the list that I have written down is just as like spitballing is 1 rope and 10 days of rations for everybody. Comes out to like player's handbook price. It could be higher or lower here. I don't know. Comes out to 30 gold. 5 climbers kits would ostensibly come out to 125. Firewood wasn't listed in the 5e player's handbook, but otherwise it looks like it's normally really cheap and just goes by weight, though they don't have trees here inside, so who knows. And then I was looking at clothes and then tents, and I don't know if people want potions or if there's anything else, or if we don't need the rations because we have Aster's Goodberry, like whatever people are kind of thinking about supplies and stuff.
And if you want the tools were paid for / given to you.
Okay, all right, cool. So I have tools still on me then.
Yeah, like we've got pickaxes, shovels. I'm assuming we leave the tower shield things behind, like the cave-in stoppers.
So I have on me. I believe I've given you all the ruby and sapphire, right? Or did I keep some on me? I don't remember.
I have a pouch worth approximately 300 to 400 gold pieces worth of gemstones, and then when we go to trade with those.
I do have 4 rubies and 2 sapphires left. Then we found those individually. Which both will come up to 70 gold, and I have another 40 gold that we picked up while we were down there. I don't know if you wrote that down as well, but I think I wrote this down for what I picked up.
No, I have 2 gold listed, which is the gold piece that Ruslam threw at me in the mines, and then 1 other gold piece I have from somewhere else.
I have 94 gold.
Okay, nice.
Because I keep throwing it at people.
All out of gold again.
We can just pay for this out of the gemstones that we got from the king, like that's fine, or not the king.
Well, I already have about 110 gold here that I could just.
Do you have written down how much gemstones you got from them, just to make sure?
From the king or the lord? Sorry.
Yeah. No. From
So I can't remember exactly what was said last session, but with Aster's appraisal, it was I have 310 to 400 written there.
Correct.
And like potentially Aster could spruce some of them up and make them worth a little more, but we don't have time for that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that you did have the.
Wait, did we get paid money at some point?
It was
the king.
No, I didn't pick that. Yeah, I didn't.
For killing the blue lights in addition.
Yeah, Aster just took it all.
Okay, this is too hot.
I know, but like you said, you had 90 some in Singorn. I have 10 gold. I'm like, but I haven't bought anything. So I must not have written something down.
We started off with 100, didn't we?
Yeah, you had more than 10 gold.
Yeah.
Because I think I gave like the mayor of the first town like 100 or something like 90 gold for me and Aster.
Yeah, Aster and Min lost all their gold.
0?
You probably forgot a 0. Because you also made gold when you were wrestling people in the middle of the town.
Yeah.
And like what have you bought?
True.
You made like
nothing.
And you haven't really bought anything, so I will assume that. Congratulations.
You have 100 gold.
The gold I mentioned, by the way, is the gold I found. I have my own pocket money still. I have like 74.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then how much did the king give us? Does anybody remember?
310 to 400. Because it was in gems.
No, the king.
No, the king.
For killing the bandit people.
Oh, yeah.
Because for some reason my gold thing keeps disappearing.
60 apiece? Oh shit, I never added that in.
Wait, we got 60 apiece?
Well, you guys didn't. I got it. And I gave it to everybody but Flex. Flex didn't want his.
Oh, that's right.
So you gave everybody.
So I should have 180 then. Okay, sorry.
Oh.
I keep switching computers and for some reason it's not saving the money. Anyway, yeah, I want to buy a warm jacket, a warm sleeping bag, and some climbing.
Can I entrust one of you or somebody just to type out as people are discussing these, just want to type out the list of everything being purchased here?
Yep.
Okay.
Who's doing that?
Is all right?
I got it.
Thank you, Dom.
Okay.
Tyler, do you just want to go first?
Yeah, I want warm clothes, a warm sleeping bag, a warm tent, and climbing gear.
Dom?
Basically just everything for everybody is so I have written
What I
down
just
like
said,
the ropes
right?
and rations, the climbers kits, the firewood, the clothes, and the tents. Because does anybody not want any of those?
Flex doesn't want the warm stuff, right?
I don't need that shit.
Do you need the climbing kit?
I don't need that shit.
Do you want anything?
No.
Okay.
Food.
Now, when you say you don't need the climbing gear,
I have absolute confidence in my ability to climb this mountain like the Goliath would have.
Just watch the Goliath show up and they're just burdened with climbing gear.
I mean, that could be another difference between them and what I know, but
Aster will still pick up, unless like Flex actively wants to stop him. Aster would still pick up like 5 sets of ropes and rations, climbers kit, clothes, and tents. Just in case.
Well, if you're picking up all that stuff, the only thing I'm really grabbing is like a warm cloak.
You want a cool fur cloak.
I'm upgrading my cloak, baby.
Something that looks good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
In the cinematic shot as it comes down over the mountain,
right?
The wind's howling, and we see this like wolf fur rimmed midnight blue coat as Rislam trudges his way up the mountain.
The frost slowly starts to build on the sides of my face. Yeah. Peeking outside of the cloak, you just see the light shimmer. Yep, that's what I'm going for.
Very nice.
I don't know how much that costs, but don't matter. YOLO.
I mean, for decadence sake, like I'll get a fucking animal fur too. I mean, if that's the reason, but like I don't physically need it. But
I guess that was.
I'll do it to look cool. Rule of cool.
I guess that was my question with like sort of fine clothes, winter clothes, and tents. Do we just use like the regular prices and weights for those, or
just write down everything you guys are looking at, and I will give you a price.
All right.
Is there room to?
Going to get like essentially the same as his robes, but a woolen or heavier version, and then put his plate armor over that. So he's essentially very fucking heavy.
Okay. This goes into here.
Also, Singorn's fondly looking at the climbing equipment.
For sure. And just for a little bit of flavor here, Mal, who owns the shop, is a purple-skinned, almost black, on how deep of a purple his skin is, a tiefling fellow who owns the shop.
Very nice.
You notice the one probably most prominent feature of him is one of his horns is gone, cracked completely off.
Don't look at the horn. Just don't look at it. Shh.
Oh, it's quite all right if you look.
Okay, we have a list. I think it's been provided to you already.
Aster pans him a list where, you know, like some things have been crossed out, some things have been added in other people's pens. You see badass fur cloak written on it.
like seriously, don't do 5 times winter clothes. I really don't need winter clothes.
4 times.
Like the clothes are like the least of the expense. Like,
yeah, but
I know, but it's still an expense that's not needed.
Yes, that's what I said. Like, if Flex really wants to push against it, Aster will take them off the list.
Yes.
Now, in terms of badass cloaks and furs, they would offer you 3 different choices of cloaks. The first, the least expensive.
It's the rats, isn't it? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Well, the least expensive, which would just cost about 15 silver a piece, would be a cloak made of fox fur.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you straight up. Do you have anything bear?
Yes, there are bear.
Okay, that.
Next up
and
would
then,
be next would be would be wolf pelts. That would be about 5 gold apiece. They are white wolves. From there, for about 20 gold apiece, would be bear pelt, bear furs.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, at about 200 gold apiece, would be cloaker pelt.
Oh shit!
Just what's? Wait a
Okay,
second. I'm gonna
okay.
look up. Just a second.
I
okay,
want a
that's all.
fox.
Bear.
And the cloaker pelts, you notice they are almost a white gray color. But as he takes them off and shows them, they almost start to shimmer and not completely take on their background, but they almost do have a semi-translucent shimmer to them and seem to at least somewhat mimic the texture of whatever's around them.
Aster, please. I've never asked you for anything, please.
Well, once we see what everything else comes to, we might have enough gemstones left for a fancy cloak that'll get lost in the mountains.
Hey, it's going to be tied around this neck. It goes nowhere, except with me. You, shopkeep.
What's happened to you recently, Weslam? You got acid burnt your fur off, and then fire burnt your throat off, then more fire burnt your fur off.
So a fine cloak would help resist that.
Yes.
All right, I'm in favor of this, Ruslan. As the other third individual.
No, that's okay. It's like a weird freaking like sea creature. It'd be like leather. I'm going for the
cloaker. That's
What
not
is
a cloaker.
What's a cloaker
Sean's
look
saying
like?
it's different.
What's
At
a
the very least. Sean's saying it's different.
what's a cloaker look like? Anybody?
It looks like a cloak until it tries to suffocate you. Like it flies. It's not a sea creature. Like, oh, I see. It looks like a manta ray. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like it. Like,
Yeah,
it
most of our
camouflages.
cloakers look like manta rays, but that may or may not be what cloakers look like in these mountains.
Sean,
We know what a cloaker cloak looks like.
does it actually do something magical? Is that why it's $200? Does it make you invisible?
Well,
It might give you advantage
maybe.
on stealth checks. It might assist a stealth check.
Or it might just be cool as fuck.
Yep.
also
It'll give you like a
remember
+1 to stealth. Who
that,
knows?
above
Hey,
table.
guys,
I would help
chat-
you to get that.
Sure, I will say just by the way, chat away. I'm just pulling prices together for you guys.
Okay.
How you know?
It depends.
I will help you invest into getting that for the team, just because magical items are rare in this world. So if that is actually a legitimate thing, also, it could be very nice for the sneaky with the big ass axe.
Well, the gold
Or
would
the
be coming out of
telekinetic.
the gems
Sorry.
would be coming out of the reward that we got from the Lord. So you
No,
have to
no,
get
no.
it okayed by every member of our party,
I
for
have-
which we should have a name.
I have 154 gold. I can almost cover it.
I take it back. Your share of the gems would easily cover it as well.
We shall see what the shopkeep brings together in his quote. We could maybe
As for a name aside from Grimsgang for us, does anybody else have any other suggestions?
I don't believe we've had many actions yet that left an impression to who
Well,
we
we
are.
don't need actions, just a name. I tried doing it with our letters.
Why do we need to
but,
have a name?
Well, because Grimsgang is opposed to what we want our reputation to be. I tried to do it with the first letter of all of our names, but the only word that could be spelled with it is farms. Not exactly a great name for an adventuring band.
Or the Wanderers.
Become who farm our lands.
So I do have perhaps a suggestion on that line. One that I've kind of liked and been jotting down in my book when I write about us is the Adrifters, because we came here adrift and we're drifting through. It's not much better than Wanderers though, man, so
How many?
I don't know. Anybody got any better ideas?
I don't. That sounds nice for now. I'm better with that than having a ominous name towards people who learn of us.
Or given that the king has already announced that we survived the fog, we could be, I don't know, the fog-born, the fog-weathered, I don't know, the foghorns.
The mist.
Diggity damn.
So these are the prices just as is. There may be room to haggle because Mal currently sees that you're getting a big package of stuff, but
Ooh. Wait, a climber's kit is 125 per person?
no, that's for the 5.
Okay, total. Okay, good total.
So, is there a total here?
Well, I wasn't sure if you guys wanted for tents or for sleeping bags.
I was just a little confused. So it's 4 gold pieces for a 2-person, 6 gold pieces for a 3-person.
Sorry, each 2-person tent is 2 gold pieces. So for 2 tents it would be 4 gold pieces. For 3 tents it would be 6 gold pieces.
We didn't establish this too well. Do Aster, Rislam, and Flex each need like their own tent because they're larger?
The 2 of you would still be able to fit. The 2 largest people would still be able to fit into 1 2-person tent.
Yeah, you guys aren't large. You're still medium creatures, right?
Yeah.
No, it's true. No.
Yeah.
You might be able to get away the smaller people to shove in 1 tent.
We're calling it little.
We should get 3. Like, it's 2 gold extra for an extra tent. And how much does it tent weigh? 20, unless these ones weigh more.
These ones will weigh 25 apiece. Sorry. Or 22. Sorry, 22. Just they are a little heavier duty.
Min, now that you've added all this up, does this seem like a fair price for the heroes of Dama's brain farting dragon breath line?
Yeah, and sorry for everybody, 25 gold pieces, that is for 10 rations per person for 5 days.
We're missing.
I don't need rations. Aster doesn't need rations.
We're
Sorry, 10 sorry. Yeah.
Should I perish, rations will be required.
10, yeah, 10,
Should you perish, I'll just eat you, friend.
10 days of rations for 5 people.
We're just missing a bear pelt and a cloaker pelt.
And Min wanted
Who the fuck can afford the cloaker pelt?
Listen, I can.
And Min wanted
Didn't we talk about this already? I thought we talked
Yeah,
about
you can.
me affording the cloaker pelt. I got 154 gold.
Yep.
You
Min want-
wait, you have 160.
From what?
Your 100 that you messed up at the beginning.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't take anything from the king, and I'm not going to take
Oh.
anything.
Yeah, he's not taking the king. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, see, I'm a selfish bastard, and I took it from the king. So I can afford a cloaker belt. Sort of.
Min, did you want fox fur, white wolf, bear fur,
Fox.
cloaker pelt? Fox.
Matches my hair.
So, I'm sorry. So that's 132, 135.2, 141.2. Oh, fuck. My favorite part of D&D is the spreadsheets. Gets me fucking hard, guys.
That's why I'm leaving it to you. I'm everybody gets their own.
56.2. So for 181.2, and then the cloaks is the belt. So just over 200 gold for everything but the cloaker pelt. I think.
How much per? Okay. So I have.
That checks out to me. So then totally it would be just over 400 That's your own.
Yeah.
With the
So I've got
with the cloaker pelt.
Yeah, so with the cloaker pelt, the total comes to 402 gold and 7 silver pieces.
I haven't totaled. I could just, if I give everything I have on me right now, I have 204.
Well, Ruslam
205.
said he'd pay mostly for the cloak as it's his expense.
Yes, I will pay for that.
If you want, they are handy things to have in the mountains. Really help you blend into your surroundings. They aren't as camouflaged as those bastards are when they're alive, but they certainly will help create the shape to the mountain and the rocks around you, make it a little easier to hide if that's what you're looking for.
But I think 402 gold and 7 pence sounds too much. You can do better, I know you can. I like very round numbers, and 350 gold sounds much more round than 402. Who wants to deal with change?
Make a persuasion roll for me, please.
Come on. Oh,
Can I
guidance or something? Can we do
Well, no, I don't.
anything to
So
help
here's the
him?
thing. Like, I would love to cast guidance or enhance ability, but those are spells, and I don't know if that makes sense in world to cast a spell to make Ruslam more charming in this circumstance. What I
He's not very charming in the first place, but he still rolled a 16.
Nice.
Is that 16 flat, or is that...
I don't get anything else.
Yeah.
My persuasion and my charisma is 0. And I'm definitely not a super persuasive person, but I'm going to try.
Well, 350, that's a lot out of my pocket, but I don't want to get too many people coming and buying the cloaks. So perhaps I could do 375.
Oh, I know you can do better. 375. Still not around.
If I could sweeten the pot just a little, we'll be paying you mostly with gemstones, and some of them are unfinished. On our journey through the mountains, I could spend some time working one of it into quite a beautiful piece for either yourself or somebody that catches your fancy. Perhaps anything that you might like. I'm a proficient jeweler and gem worker, and our reputation is very important to us. So on our way back down, or we could have it delivered to you after, a gemstone of some beauty.
You guys are going up to see the... Sorry, that's not the wrong voice. You guys are going up to see the Goliaths, are you not?
Aye.
Indeed.
Make a persuasion roll for me and add an extra 3 to your roll, please, Aster.
Aster. All right. What is my persuasion? Hey, Ruslam. We're in good company. All right, I have 8 plus 3 is 11.
Shit.
All right, I'll tell you what. I will let it go for 350 right now. But when you come back, I expect at least another 25, 30 in gemstone upon your return.
Well, team,
I have some in mail if you wish to trade.
Wait, sorry, that was 11 that you rolled, right? That wasn't including the 3 or that included?
No, I rolled an 8.
you rolled an 8.
I have plus 0 normally, so plus
Okay,
3.
sorry, that was including K. So nope, that is what he says.
So I'm going to take my I'm going to put 150 gold on the counter and pay for that much, which leaves me with 4 pieces left.
Okay. So how is the rest being paid?
I will just pay that from the gemstones. So that would leave us with 110 to 200 gold pieces worth of gemstones.
Okay.
I say that in quotes because that's just the estimate
Yes.
that I have.
Yes, to your
Wait, so everything's paid off with the gems we have? Is that it?
And Resolum is paying for
Resolum gold.
Okay. So that was 60 per person was in gemstones. Is that correct? I want to make sure because I want to remove.
No, 60 per person was straight gold.
Straight gold.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's different.
I have all the gemstones
from the king was straight gold. It was 310 to 400 in. Sorry, excuse me. Gemstones from the Lord of Bargordum.
He wants how much gold? He said to finish this off.
He just wants a payment of 350 right now. What he estimates to be 350, and he's going to ask for another 30 upon your return.
No.
Here, he's going to. Singorn is going to remove 3 rubies and is going to drop them on the table.
Yeah, why don't we
There
just
you
pay
go.
the man right now, guys? We may not be coming back this way.
Indeed.
Well, we could always
Left a
have
debt
it delivered.
unpaid is not wise for the future. My good sir, here.
And I'll place those 3 rubies. Well, 4 makes 35 gold, so I don't know if 3 it's what? 27 and a half something?
He's going to take a look at the 3, collect them, hold them up, give them a bit of a look, a bit of a brushing off. We have a deal here.
Fantastic.
You do not owe anything else after. And, just for that, I'm going to throw in an extra 10 rations and an extra 50 feet of rope for you as well.
Woo!
Most gracious of you. A deal was struck.
What time is it still in the morning, Sean?
At this point, by the time you guys have kind of grabbed all your gear, everything, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. About an hour has passed from when you first left.
All right, hand me what you'd like me to carry, and let's begin the journey.
Agreed.
So I think that is what we have.
Okay, what would you like me to carry?
Let's see. So 10 times 2, that's another Jesus. Okay. If you and Flex and I each carry a tent, which weighs 22 pounds.
Yep.
And then if we each carry like the ropes and the rations, so 10 days of rations for each person weighs 20 pounds.
For all of it?
Yeah, for 10 days, like 2 pounds per day of rations. I think. No, sorry.
I can just carry it all.
Yeah, 2 pounds.
How many rations then? 60?
If you want to carry all 60 days of rations, I guess we probably have rations from previous excursions as well. So
I'll just say 60 rations then.
okay.
And I'll carry them.
And then if everybody wants to take a rope is 10 pounds.
Okay.
Okay, I can carry a rope as well.
Okay.
How long is the rope? 50 feet?
50 feet.
I have 150 now. Feet of rope. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah.
I am now under my weight, which is good.
I am as well.
Rope. 2. And then everybody is, except for Flex, is carrying a climber's kit, which is 10.
It's
No,
15 pounds.
12. 15. Sorry.
Oh no, I think it was 12. Sorry.
12.
£12, 25 gold pieces.
Yep.
Okay, I'm all toasty. We best get moving outside. It's getting a little warm down here.
Sure. The last thing as well, just depending on weight and things, Torn would offer if you wish to store any of your unneeded belongings at the Iron Kettle, if you wish upon your arrival.
I think we're okay. I can carry quite a bit, as can the two other large fellers. I mean, heck, they can carry probably twice as much as I can. And yeah, so I think we should be good. But thank you for your offer.
Here, I'll leave these two things.
And he takes out 2 chainmails of hobgoblins that he's been carrying and just drops them there for now.
Do you just want to sell them to this feller?
Would you buy them?
Sorry, what are you selling?
Chainmail hobgoblin armor that I've been carrying for a while now.
You could keep them, or you could sell. You could buy them if you wish. Doesn't matter.
He's going to hold it up. In how many pieces do you have? How many?
2. Just 2. 2 chainmails.
I'll offer you 15 gold pieces for the 2 of these.
Yeah, deal.
Pocket change.
He's going to hand you one of the rubies back.
Oh, marvelous. Appreciated.
So that's how much that's worth. I could fix that up now. Perfect.
Marvelous suggestion there.
All right. So, with all of your gear prepared, the 5 of you walk towards the walk out of the city. Once more out to the massive 2 dwarven statues, where the massive bowls of fire still lit. And you start to make your way, circling around up to the base of the mountain, where a simple sign reads there. Traveling north to Mount Renault. Underneath, there is a few labels of some mine, with each of them crossed out with a red streak.
Oh.
These do not even seem to have the same names as the prior mines. There is mine ABX1, JZ2. They appear just to be initials and a numbering system, but all of them, there are 6 underneath in total, are all crossed out. I actually have some music for us now.
Ooh. Are we leaving a name with Torn for him to spread instead of the Grimm's gang?
The Drifter sounds nice for now. At least it removes the, as I said, the foreboding of the first name.
Perhaps until we get back or have a better name or better deeds, Grimm's gang can be known also as the Drifters.
Flex and the McMassives.
All in favor of either name. We'll do a blind vote here. Put a white stone in for this one, gray stone in for this one.
Yes, whatever. Let us move on.
Onwards, Flex and the McMassives.
The Adrift. So you pass the name Adrifters onto Torn?
That's a question. Is the whole group more in favor of that or Flex and the McMassives?
I thought it was just Drifter.
Aster liked the wordplay of Adrifters because we came adrift. Unless we want to do something with the fog, because
Nope,
it's
all good.
Drifters sounds good as well, yep.
My apologies, Flex. Perhaps we shouldn't be known for one individual. The group name to
The Muscle Busters
from Grimm's gang.
All right. Before we start atop the mountain, does anybody need a 2-3 minute break? Bathroom, snacks, drinks, etc.?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll grab a snack.
All right.
Some
We will
food.
The
take
Muscle Busters.
Oh,
a quick break.
Okay.
we should also buy like a bottle of whiskey or something to keep the cold out.
I
How much
agree
is a
wholeheartedly
bottle
with
of
that. I
whiskey?
will buy one if need be.
Torn will ask,
Chair
do
on
you
the fire.
want whiskey to keep warm or whiskey to taste good?
That's a single question.
We'll take whatever keeps us warm.
Perfect. And Torn is going to hand you what appears to be a 4-liter bottle
Oh, shit.
of a bright or almost orangey black liquid.
Uh-huh.
This is what they call drow flame.
It's tiger.
Flame. Whiskey.
It has about the taste and complexion and personality of a drow, but it's warm.
Sorry, 4 liters or 5? You said 4, I think, right?
4 liters.
4. Wunderbar.
He's going to sell this to you for a single gold piece.
Wow.
I'll just toss him the single gold piece.
Yeah.
Boom.
By the way, Dom, haircut or just how you parted? Because I dig it.
Oh, it's just I pull it back sometimes, so I look sleek and aerodynamic. We're traveling on a mountain. I have to be able to fall faster.
Yeah, no, it's different. I like it.
Well, I'll grab a quick snack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we doing the
I'm
quick
doing stuff right
snacky
now.
break?
Yeah. Everybody take a break if they need to, and yeah.
Ooh, it's so dark. Sorry. Why is it so dark?
Darkness takes over.
When I went to Braden's, he gave me a because they had some at home. He gave me an extra bottle of the honey liqueur.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, I should have stayed later, is what you're saying.
You should have.
Liquor.
Don't.
So was that a prize for after the movie? How did that work?
No, like it was literally when I was about to leave. We were packing up stuff, and Braden was like, "Hey, we've got like a few bottles at home." Talking to Chris, and he's like, "Yeah, here you go." And I was like, "Awesome." This is more for Josh. I'm going to try to make more of an effort to see Braden in the next few months before he moves to Vermilion.
Where's Vermilion?
BC?
About 2.5 hours. No, it's still in Alberta. About 2.5 hours west, though, of Edmonton.
Ah.
Vermilion? Yeah, Vermilion's more towards. What? West?
Isn't it east? Yeah, I'm
It's
thinking
east.
backwards now. Yeah, it's not.
It's towards Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
I thought it was. Okay, maybe I'm sorry. I thought it was west.
There's not. You can't go 2 hours west of. I mean, you can, but you're like right at the limit.
It's more than 2 hours too.
Vermilion
Vermilion's like
is
straight
just 2
east.
hours away, and yeah, it's straight east.
Okay. But yeah, that's where they're moving.
Oh
in
shit!
that
Yeah.
February.
I forgot I forgot how much Alberta bows out when you get north.
Yeah. No, like it's not like.
Yeah, Vermilion's right by. I knew it was by a province. It's by
He knew it was by a province.
Dude, it's really close to the Saskatchewan border.
I know that has sounded funny. It's.
Also, I've been to
I
Vermilion.
knew
and I
Edmonton was in a province.
I haven't been anywhere west of Edmonton, realistically, except for what's it called, Whitecourt.
Without looking, does anybody know where this music is from, or is everybody already?
It's from the Liberation of Aerillon.
Correct.
Oh! Fuck.
What?
I just popped onto Idiots in Cars. I was looking at the top all the time because I've never done it. Fuck.
I, for the first time that at least I'm aware of, got blocked by somebody on Twitter today.
Oh my.
Ooh, what'd you say?
I pointed out to a individual that not being allowed to go to a hockey game because you aren't vaccinated is not a violation of your rights and freedoms.
Did the Oilers do it too? Or
Yeah.
just the kid? Oh, okay. Who was it? Just
I don't
random?
know, just some random dude. Like
I don't think he can say right now.
I was picking for a fight.
Oh.
So I was looking for anybody who
Would pick up the gloves. Come and box with me.
yeah. So I made the comment, yeah, basically saying that
Yo.
yeah, that that isn't against your rights and freedoms, that you may have the right to not have a vaccine, but that also doesn't mean that you are free of consequence from not having a vaccine.
Isn't the Canadian Charter of Rights and Responsibilities not Rights and Freedoms?
No, it is the Canadian Charter, unless it is the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
I thought we had when we were taught in school as rights and responsibilities.
No,
Rights and
it's
freedoms?
No, rights and responsibilities of citizenship. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe something different, but
Yeah,
there
well,
is the
it's not the
Canadian
charter.
of Rights and Freedoms.
Yeah, it's not the charter. But
So I just
Hey, what
fucking hard kicked my bathroom door frame for fun, apparently.
Ooh.
I peeled out to come grab my snack and come sit down and play D&D. No.
I did. That sucks. I did that last week and it broke my toenail. It like peeled back and like
Ugh.
cracked.
Oh,
That is brutal.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when it stops hurting. What?
Do you know what one of the responsibilities is?
Do I know which what?
Obeying the law.
Got your vaccine?
Ooh.
No, obeying the law is a responsibility.
But what if it isn't a moral law and it's my right to stand up against it?
All right, this is way too intense for.
No,
We're
sorry,
back!
We're back. We're back.
Sorry, is Jer still muted? Jer, are you here right now?
Did I miss
I
anything?
think we're still waiting on Jer. No,
Dead
no.
ass. Sean, say less.
Less? I was, after you were buying rope from the store, I was trying to figure out why I was thinking of the Spider-Man trailer again. And my brain connected, like, I was thinking of Boondock Saints, because anytime we talk about, like, getting, like, 50 feet of rope, my mind always goes back to Boondock Saints.
Why the fuck do you need rope?
That's why you fucking need rope. Which then made me think of William Dafoe, which made me think of Spider-Man.
That's fair. That's a solid thought process.
So did I hear
Your
you
solid
correctly?
thought process.
Is Brayden moving?
Yeah, as far as like I think it's for his fire rescue stuff that he's got a job program. I think it's more of a program that he's starting in Vermilion in February.
Oh shit.
Oh, I learned something fun, not fun today, Sean.
What's that?
If we're in an anti-magic field, I can't use my daggers.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, most psionic abilities work in anti-magic because they're not magical, they're psionic. However, the wording for Soul Knife for the psychic blades says this magic blade, which then means that it cannot be summoned because it's a magical item.
Shit. Did Tor not tell you that the entire mountain is in an anti-magic field?
I guess I can be stabbing motherfuckers with pittons.
So Aster turns around.
All right. Here, we can start the beginning here without Jer, assuming he's going to be back just in a couple minutes. Because as the first day goes by, you do start to begin the grueling hike up Mount Renault. And it was as Torn said. The first bit of the hike is just simple trails winding along the side of the mountain. Still plenty of trees, a fair amount of wildlife moving by. You do see a number of rams and goats on the edges of the mountain as well. But after a couple hours of this, the switchbacks begin. And the elevation starts to quickly incline. Moving up the south side of the mountain, then back, east and west, over and over and over again for hours on end. After about 6 hours of you come to a bit of a clearing, a bit of a more open space on the side of the mountain, numerous trees around you on both sides. And you see an old weathered sign in front of you. One points off directly up the side of the mountain, which appears to be a somewhat worn trail, but much more of a climb, which reads Pilgrimage Spot number 4. Off to the side, at this point, facing to the west, up another climb, it reads Mine AC72, crossed out.
Jeez,
And
they got a lot of mines here, Aster.
Continuing up the trail, for you to continue your journey on the trail, it reads Bell Site.
Is anybody else at all, especially given the Goliaths up here don't A, don't seem to come down, and B, don't seem to pray to God. Is anybody else interested in checking out this pilgrimage site, or are we off up to the bell tower, to the bell site? It might be a good chance to test out our climbing gear, get our footing in this mountainous terrain, given that the path seems a little less easily traversable.
Is there a path past the bell, or no?
From what Torn told you, the path.
No, like
itself,
we're at the bell. Like, can I see a path?
You're not at the bell right now.
We're not at the bell.
Oh, it's where the sign that says bell.
Sorry, it's you've been up the switchbacks for about 6 hours. There's if you continue up the path that you're going on.
Gotcha.
Within about
Sorry.
No, all good.
All right. Well, it sounds like nobody else is interested, so we might as well press on, eh?
Well, hold on. I would like to actually hear what the rest of the party has to say about this, as opposed to just the silence of Aster asking a question.
No, I think it'd be an interesting place to scope out. How much more time will it add to our trip, oh great DM?
You are uncertain. There is no actual location marker, distance marker that it gives you upon this. You see the path where it points towards the pilgrimage seems to wind up through the trees, albeit steeper. You would likely need to start using your pigeons and the like just to fasten yourself as you move up. But it looks like above you, about 60, 70 feet above your heads, you see another ledge up there with what appears to be a bit of a rope railing on the side.
Any signs that it's been traversed in the recent days?
Make a investigation roll for me, please.
12.
From what you can see, it doesn't. You don't see any fresh footprints on here. You are still trekking along dirt and rock here, and the dirt does not look like it's been tilled or brushed aside or any clean footprints in any recent time.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see why we're doing this, guys. I thought there's no need to risk anything. We can just follow the path and see them then. If we need to use the kits, we'll use the kits when we need to.
Flex, these two appear interested. What do you say?
I'm good.
You're good at what, Flex?
Wasn't this in regards to the pilgrimage? I'm good at not going. Like, I don't need to see it.
That's important, see, because like he said I want to go. He said I want to go. You said you're good. I wasn't sure if you meant like you're good to go or like. But it seems like you're good not to go.
Good not to go.
All right.
No
well,
interest.
As of right now, two people do seem interested. So
we
may have to.
Third.
We may need to wait for a tiebreaker, or unless the two of you wish to proceed.
We can head out for some. I'll send a little bird up to take a peek and call it back in a bit, and hopefully we'll get some information. And if I can't get it back, then it died on the flight. So, if that is the case, and we are just pressing on, Aster will spend one use of his wild shape to call from the mountainside some tiny mountain bird and direct it to fly up to the end of this pilgrimage site. And then sort of near the end of the duration of the spell, Aster will call it back like 2 hours later, if it hasn't been murdered in that time.
Okay.
Ask for a brief description of what's up there.
So, as the small mountain sparrow flies up the path, Jer, you here?
Yes.
Just so you know, the party has started climbing the mountain.
Okay.
They've reached a base where a sign points up towards a pilgrimage spot. The sign reads pilgrimage spot number 4. It is a ways from where the current trail towards the bell site leads, but it's about a 70-foot climb up towards another path. Both Aster and Reslam were interested in taking this path, while Min and Flex were not.
Okay.
Leaving Singorn as somewhat of a tiebreaker.
Between the tricky path and then just not taking the tricky path, is that correct?
Yeah, to take some time to investigate this pilgrimage site or carry on towards the bell site as you were.
I agree with the idea of at least scoping out what we have around us. The more we know, the more prepared we could be. Also, it might be actually ritual site of one of the tribes we've heard of.
But then we are, I want to say pagans, but pagans going on their sacred paths without their permission.
Well, it's labeled a pilgrimage site, so I'm sure it's
If we want to go, the group seems to. We can go. I just don't see the point in it. Seems like an unnecessary danger.
For once, I agree with the little one.
Well, and at least in this case, it seems like the eyes have it. So, while we climb up, I'll send the sparrow ahead, and if it looks like the path gets too dangerous, we can turn around. Everyone's got their climbing gear, just in case we need it.
All right. And with your climbing gear, you begin to make the ascent up this steeper hill towards the path above you. In the early parts here, 70 feet up isn't too bad, and your gear, especially in the soft soil, appears to dig in fairly well and hold, as you are able to fairly easily, with some time, just to get used to the comfortability of your gear, begin to make the ascent.
Is this straight up? Sorry?
Not straight up. It would be about a 70-degree incline.
Gotcha.
Here. Enough that you likely could try to work your way up by itself, but the climbing gear certainly makes it easier to ascend without.
But I'm not wearing it, so how am I doing?
Can you make an athletics roll for me?
You got it. Not 20 on the dice. Let me get all the shit. 26.
All right, especially with the number of trees and the like around here, you are able to climb up, having to go on all fours at some point just to level yourself, but pushing off from tree to tree, grabbing onto sturdy branches. You're able to not only keep pace with those using the climbing gear, but you actually do reach the top first.
And what is at the top?
At the top, you see a small, thin, winding path. At the very edge, you do see what appears to be a fairly worn guardrail made out of a simple rope on the edges. But it wraps around in a sharp turn around the mountain before heading down a set of haphazardly carved stairs and a stone altar at the bottom, 3 tentacles wrapped around each other. Almost on a bit of a silver dais, a dais. You can't read from here, but there appears to be some type of engravings, some type of altar at the base of the dais.
Does it look like, does it look like there's been any offerings left?
As you look from where once the rest of you make your way up as well, there do appear to be some offerings of potentially some type of herbs, flowers, or the like, but whatever lays there is more of a dried set of leaves, twigs, and branches at this point. Perhaps it was once something lush and full, but now it's empty. You do see a single pouch, though, there as well.
Tyler, your nose or mouth is coming through.
Sorry.
So,
well,
as the 5
like
of you... Sorry, go ahead there, Thatcher.
Oh, it looks like a shrine to Aegir. There's some offerings. We could make a prayer and an offering to get blessings and good fortune for our journey.
I'm going to pray to Aegir.
What was that, sorry?
I'm not going to pray to Aegir.
Yeah, that's a big hard pass.
If we get a little closer, can we see what the engravings are? And then follow-up question, though. Does the altar look like it is a blood-stained sacrificial altar?
There does not appear to be anything on it other than the stone carving itself. Yeah. The stone carving does appear very intricate, very strong, and still with the fact of, this looks fairly old and worn, or that the area is fairly well and worn. The statue itself still keeps all of its details. Individual suction cups carved within the statues themselves, the tendrils wrapping around each other, the intrinsic detail all still seems to remain. This does not appear to be some long forgotten relic. This appears like it very likely could have been carved just a week ago.
And does this altar, does it face out towards the sea? Does it face towards the interior?
From where you are there, it faces out towards the west. And looking out below at the drop below, you see the base of Bar Gordum well below you. But looking out further than that, you see marshland as far as the eye can see, and an almost greenish haze that covers the land beneath there.
Did we didn't make it into the marshland. We were in hills east of the marshland.
Yes. So you are looking out You could see, to some degree, the hill lands that you guys were previously in, but further than that, you can see this green haze and marshlands well off in the distance.
And then if we do get closer, what do the engravings on the shrine say?
The markings on the altar read, number 4. And Ager did hear the prayers of the heir of Damokos, and wrapped him within his warmth and light and the salt of the sea. And as the heir of Ager stepped out, he was so granted the blessings and the power and might of Ager. I will be a beacon unto you to smite your enemies and stop this demon plight. You will serve me forevermore, and as a pact, my power will remain with your heirs always.
Shit.
Hey, sorry, writing.
Is this you say number 4? Is that what you stood from that?
Yes.
After?
I can send that to you after if you need me to. I can give you the.
Well, shit! I just spent a while like writing it down. You son of a.
And as you finish taking it in, you hear sounds above you. Boom, boom, boom. What sounds like drums above you. As you look about 20 feet above you, you see 2 massive goblin-esque creatures. At first you may assume them to be hobgoblins, but they are gray in color and much thicker and wider. One appears to be playing a war drum, while the other holds a spear above his head and is going to throw it at you.
Oh, fuck.
Do we have a
ambush?
Do we have a board on
Aster.
Roll20 for this?
We do not.
Okay.
Aster, does a 12 hit you?
A 12 will not. Does he have advantage because I was caught flat-footed?
A 12 does not hit you.
Okay.
You see, as the spear lands right at your feet, the 2 creatures are going to yell at. Do any of you speak Orcish?
Orc?
Uh-oh.
I do. I speak Common, Elven, and Giant.
My app put me down as knowing giant twice, so I know super giant.
You know double giant.
I know Dwarvish / Still Thieves can't in Common, so no.
Common and Dwarf, that's it.
Rest of them?
No.
All right, whatever these 2 creatures, specifically the one, is screaming at you, you do not understand. Perhaps you recognize it as an Orcish tongue, but you do not recognize what is being said to you. The 2 stand from where you are, about 20 feet above you on the edge of the mountain. There is not much room for the 2 of them to move, and you're not quite certain how the 2 got to that point to begin with, but they appear to blend in with the mountainside. Can I have everybody roll initiative, please?
8 plus 2.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sorry, I am going to pull up roll 20 just to keep this in order.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
You did not expect
Dexterity, though.
bad guys up here in these mountains.
I mean, there wouldn't have been bad guys if we struck to the path.
19.
Sorry, hold up. Okay. No. All right, sorry. So that was a 19 for Min. That was a nat 1. What's your modifiers, Resolution? 1 plus.
your dexterity.
3.
So, so 4 total?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, so I had 19 for Min, 4 for rest of them. I don't have everybody else.
5.
10.
And Flex.
9.
All right. Then right now, Min, you start off.
There's 2 goblins about 20 feet above me.
These 2 grade goblin-esque, hobgoblin-looking creatures stand about 20 feet above you on the edge of the mountain.
I'll go hide under, I'll go run to just below them. Is it a sharp 90 degree or is it the same 70 degree?
It's a fairly sharp 90 degree from where they are.
Right. What are you 2 doing up there? I'll shout and comment at them.
All right, while going directly underneath the 2 of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they say anything back?
They shout again back in Orcish at you, no response in comment.
I mean, they don't look like the king's people. Should I just kill them?
Perhaps we could just back out and leave them be. I don't know.
And then they'll kill other pilgrims.
It could be.
I'll step back out and whip a dagger.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say from where you were standing to the edge, it was about 10 feet of movement. So you're stepping back another 5 feet.
Yeah, I got plenty of movement.
Oh, yeah, I'm just.
Yep, all good. 13 plus 6 to hit. 19.
A 19 will hit. There's the one carrying the drum and the other one who threw the javelin. Which of the two?
The javelin dude. The javelin dude. He's gonna take 2 plus 4, 6 points of psychic damage. Wait. Plus 2 points of cold. So 6 points of psychic, 2 points of cold, if the cold does anything.
Alright, your psychic dagger suddenly manifests itself within its torso, a shimmering layer of cold around it. It is a steep area for the creature to hold on to, but he braces himself, clutching his wound, as your dagger has already disappeared back into your own hand.
Yeah, there's no force behind it, so it wouldn't...
no.
Other than the pain, maybe, but... fuck it, I'll throw another one then. Okay. 17 to hit.
A 17 will miss.
Okay.
As the second dagger, he holds out... The second dagger, he turns himself to the side, and it appears to slightly just glance off his shoulders, which you see do appear to have some type of plate mail armor upon them, as it harmlessly skims off the edges.
That's what I meant. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Did he dodge it? Did it deflect? What are these guys?
These creatures are quite large, and while originally you thought it may all blend together, there does certainly appear to be actual armor upon these creatures.
Thank you.
For certain. All right. And now, the one that struck is going to reach behind him, pulling out a large great axe. He's going to cry something in Orcish before jumping down to strike Min.
They threw a javelin and it hit somebody, or they just threw it at us?
They threw the javelin and Aster, the javelin missed.
Question.
Like, as in missed, as in Aster dodged it, or as in intentionally missed? That's a...
Oh. It landed right at Aster's feet.
Okay. So, could have been a warning, and now we're just picking a fight. Cool.
Oh my god.
Well, those are questions.
It's almost like somebody asked, should we attack them? If you didn't want me to attack them, say something then.
I mean, you just kind of went and did it.
No, I didn't. I literally asked.
Yeah,
he did literally.
Aster said we could probably just back away and leave.
Exactly, and then you went and did it.
No, and I said, but then they'll probably attack other people, and Aster said that's probably true. And then I did it. Nobody else said anything.
Yep.
This is true. So, the creature holding its great axe is going to leap down to strike at you.
Cool.
Does a 17 hit you?
It matches, so I think that's a hit.
That is a hit.
Does he take any? Oh, good.
Yeah.
How dexterous is his fall?
It is just leaping, axe drawn, to strike at you.
All good.
You are going to take 10 slashing damage.
Does my nice fur fox jacket deflect anything? I'm just kidding. Okay, 10 slashing?
10 slashing damage plus an additional 3 bludgeoning damage as the creature crashes into you. The creature did not appear to break its own fall at all, though, and does appear injured from this jump.
Do I have to make any saves?
Nope.
Okay.
You are not prone. You have just been knocked and attacked by this creature.
Gotcha.
All right. That will take us. To Aster.
10 is the next best. Damn.
10 is the next best.
This Goblin Orc's great axe is the haft made of wood or metal? This is a very leading question.
Is which?
Is the haft, the shaft?
The shaft or the axe he is carrying is certainly metal.
Ooh. And then he threw a javelin at us. Does he seem to have any other weapons on him?
He does not. He appears to be brandishing the great axe, the javelin that he threw. You do not see any other daggers, broadsword, anything else on his person.
Aster will shout, "Lay down your arms and we can be friends." And then he will invoke star sign and cast heat metal. By the way, that ain't signed to the forge. And cast heat metal, forcing the Goblin Orc to make a Constitution save.
Otherwise, he must release his.
Or he drops the object, and then if he succeeds and chooses to keep the object, he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Does he take any damage?
He does take damage without a save, which is 2 points of fire damage.
Oh no!
All right. What is the save?
It is a DC 14 Constitution save.
The creature rolled a 10 plus 4.
So he can either choose to drop the axe or hold on to the axe and have disadvantage.
The creature is going to hold on to the axe.
All right. Well, that axe is going to get hotter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else with your turn? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's his turn.
No, I mean, if it has anything. Nope. That's basically it.
Sorry. Now that he's on top of me.
Oh. Yeah.
Sorry, you were still talking. I apologize. You said that was it. I thought you were done.
Yep, that was it. Aster done. Aster. Yep. Done. Sorry.
Just can we get it's been continually been referred to as the creature. Now that it's on top of us, do we have more?
For sure. The goblin-esque creature in front of you stands well over 8 feet tall. His arms and legs both thick and broad and well over the size of your torso. Its eyes, a dark gray, almost no pupil, just a gray blinking shape back upon you. It's covered in armor, but no set of armor, almost more like pieces of metal and stone that it has fastened to its shoulders and chest. Its legs and its abs completely bare.
So, this is a really weird question. I don't know how we would necessarily know this or not, given how strange this place has been. But is this a Goliath?
No. From what you were told by Torn, and even just assuming he gave you some descriptions, You would believe this to be an Orog,
Okay.
a goblin-esque creature of the hobgoblin family, but much thicker, much more aggressive.
That's all. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't a Goliath.
Yes. To your belief and, knowing what Flex, you would believe this to be an Orog, not a Goliath.
Thank you.
I mean, if it was a Goliath, they'd be speaking giant.
Well,
Maybe not
I
this
mean,
land.
we've been wrong about other things about stuff before, so.
All right. So, I believe that is the end of your turn, Aster.
Yes. As long as Aster's not like precariously perched on the side of a cliff or something.
No, right now you guys find yourself in roughly a 20 by 20 foot area with with Min off to the far right side, where this Orog has come on top of him. In the dead center would be the tentacle statue about
Did you
10
just
feet long.
misgender me, sir?
Flex, it's your turn. What would you do?
I'm thinking about it.
All right. I'm stepping away for a second. Still here.
The one still above, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's that.
I guess I'll just go over to the one and just try and take his axe away.
The one in front of Min right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to make a grapple roll then, would that be?
I don't know if I'm allowed to, are there even rules for disarming in 5e? I don't think there are.
Just a battle master that I know of. Also, the axe is currently like red hot.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Give me
Aster's
one
making
moment.
feel the pain of his metal axe.
I mean, if there's no way to do it, then I'll just grapple him.
I would essentially treat it more as a grapple than a straight disarm.
Okay. 21.
All right. The creature is going to fail that, and as it tries to bring up its own axe in self-defense, trying to push you back, you manage to still get your arms around the creature, holding it tight, unable for it to move its axe.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's kind of it. And then say, let's calm down now. Nobody needs to die today.
All right. And that is the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. In response, the creature above is going to let out a loud bellow. Hey, Google, roll a D100 for me, please. Fun. The creature leaves its drum on the ground and with a great roar slams its two mallets upon the drum, making a loud booming sound which echoes around you.
Boy.
A bit of snow and rock trickles above.
Son of a bitch, no.
And it is now your turn, Singor.
Alright. Singorn is going to question, would Singorn recognize, even though he doesn't understand it, Orcish?
No.
Considering his okay.
Sorry,
he's going
sorry.
to say,
two completely different languages.
yeah. Sure. She's going to say in Dwarvish,
Are you followers of the enemy of Moradin? Off, my friend.
And I'm going to go ahead and essentially shove the enemy on top of Min, off of Min, essentially, away from Min, and essentially between them, using the shove action, and I will bonus healing word Min.
Okay.
Let's roll this guy.
So.
Ooh, nice. Is it 4 plus my wisdom or my proficiency in wisdom for healing word?
For the shove? Well, first let's deal with the shove.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So please make an athletics roll for me, please.
12 plus athletic, so that's what, strength, I believe? Yeah?
Okay. It's athletics and strength, yeah, so...
Okay, so that would make it 14 then.
Alright, so that will succeed, allowing you to push it 5 feet away. That is your action, just so you know. That is an attack action.
Of course. Hence why the bonus action would be the healing word towards Min, which was a D4, which I luckily rolled a 4, and I am looking at what its goals was that. I think it is just the wisdom.
Yep.
That would mean that's 8 HP back for you.
Thank you, kind sir.
Yeah, to protect.
Alright. Anything else?
That is movement, that is action, that is bonus action. I have finished my turn, good sir. And I've also attempted to taunt them, calling them enemies, wondering if they're followers of Grimsh. I don't know. They look orcish, so... you said goblin, so... We know goblins have been followers of Grimsh.
Okay. Rest of them. About 10 feet in front of you, there is one... About 15 feet in front of you now, there is one Orog that has been pushed away from Min. 20 feet up on the side is this other creature with a large drum made as booming. The one creature in front has been attacked. What are you doing?
How high up is the guy on the drum? 20 feet?
20 feet above you.
Everybody's fighting right now, right? Have we drawn blood yet or no?
You've attacked the creature in front of Min there. It's been hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bow and arrow and I'm gonna shoot the guy that's up on the cliff.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Sorry, yeah, I know that. 15, 20.
A 20 will hit.
Okay. Roll 1d6 plus 3, 7.
Okay. You're drawing your bow and arrow. You fire a shot that manages to hit this other creature in the shoulder just below its plates of armor as it winces in pain, but it still appears to stand defiantly against you. Anything else on your turn?
No.
All right, then that will take us back to Min.
Fuck that dude. He just fucking buried his axe in me. I have friends beside me now.
You have friends beside you. Have a friend beside you. The creature is now 5 feet away from you because he's been shoved back.
That's fine. I can step forward. The first attack's gonna miss. It was a 3 on the die.
That will miss.
Oh.
Second attack was an 18 on the die.
18 will hit.
Correct.
And sorry, I just realized. I should have specified something, but we will allow this to have worked because Flex had the creature grappled, then Singon and you pushed him. I wasn't thinking about that.
Oh, true.
It can still happen, but so Flex, you have just moved 5 feet away with the creature. You still have the creature grappled, but you have just been pushed 5 feet away.
Okay.
Anyway, the creature takes math.
If he's grappled, wouldn't you have advantage? So sorry.
Attack. No, he has to be restrained.
No, it's restrained.
Creature the creature has disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, doesn't matter. 18 psychic damage and 2 cold.
Ooh.
All right.
As I stab it in the back, like the evil thing I am.
What?
Well, the creature is facing you, so you wouldn't be stabbing it in the back.
Well, I gotta run around behind him and stab him in the back.
Okay, if you want to go from back.
It's a sneak attack. I sure stab him from the back.
Sure. No, I'm good with that. So once again, you find a weak spot at the base of its spine, where there's no armor, and your blade finds true, striking. The creature groans and almost his knees buckle in wounded pain, but he does still stand, although feebly at this point.
Cool. I'm gonna run and climb up using the dash action. Can I do that, sir? I have 40 feet of movement, and then I moved 10 feet to get behind him, so another 10 feet back to the wall. So I've got 60 feet of movement to climb.
I guess you'd be able to just make a low acrobatics roll.
I can't do that. I only have 40 feet. I only have 20 feet of movement. Never mind. I can't. I use my bonus action to attack. Yeah, I use my bonus action to attack. I can't use my bonus action to dash.
You can't use your bonus. Okay, thank you.
I'll just go. Yeah, I'll stab him, and then I'll go back to the wall and scout it for handholds.
Okay. That takes us back to the creature that is currently grappled. It is going to attempt to break free. Make your own roll. Flex as it
26.
27.
He rolled a nat 22? Damn.
You rolled a nat 20?
Yep.
The creature is going to break free.
Oh, Flex McMassive. Felt so strong in that moment.
That's fucking.
The Orog's axe is on fire. It does not want to be in this situation.
Oh, I think the Orc has to take damage again, right? At the start of its turn or start
No,
of your turn?
I have to spend a bonus action and then it takes the 2.
Okay.
Oh my god. Flex is impressed.
And this creature is going to look at you, Flex, grunt something in Orcish, and it is going to swing at you. It's going to be a 17 plus 6 to hit.
With disadvantage?
Yep, that'll hit.
Oh, sorry. It does still have disadvantage because it's gripping the weapon. Sorry.
This fucker.
that is a 16 plus 6. That is a 22 to hit as opposed to 23. Sorry.
No, that'll still hit.
Yeah, but no. Thank you, Don. Forgot about it. Sorry.
What is it disadvantage by the way, Dom? I don't remember.
His axe is red hot.
Right.
That will only be 6 slashing damage as the creature, maybe, breaking free, tries to somewhat swing at you, catches you.
It's gonna be 0. Because I can't look weak in front of this dude.
Okay.
So 6 plus con. Yeah, I rolled my dice. 6. It's 6 plus con. So I take nothing, and I just kind of look at him and pop my pecs.
All right. And that will be it for its turn, which will then bring us to Aster. This creature, you can see it has these cold, almost frostbitten marks on its chest and back now. Its breathing is rather haggard, but it still tries to grip this axe in its hand, still burning, and you can almost smell the flesh as it grips this.
I mean, the poor bastard. Aster is just going to shout at it. Just drop the damn axe already. There's no reason to fight. That being said, the guy up there is making a lot of noise, and that's no bueno. So Aster, that's a natural one. Attempts to fire off a guiding bolt at the creature on the hillside. Spend that. But with a natural one, I'm assuming that does not hit.
Unfortunately, your aim is just off, and while you're trying to maybe go for a death blow, going for its head to silence the creature, you judge just a little bit too off, and it flies harmlessly into the air past.
Okay. And then the axe guy will take 8 fire damage if he's not giving up the axe.
8 fire damage, you said?
8.
The creature is going to cry out, drop the axe, and fall to the ground. And collapse, dead. Or unmoving, at least.
Aster wrinkles his furry nose, and that's his turn. I guess Aster will use his movement to start moving out of the way of a potentially oncoming avalanche as best he can.
Alright, Flex, it's your turn. You see this creature in front of you, panting, holding its breath, holding this axe for all it's worth, but it finally has to drop it, and it falls to the ground, unmoving.
Is it breathing?
Looking at it, it is still breathing.
Well, I'm worried about an avalanche too, so I'm gonna pick this guy up.
Okay.
And swing him over my shoulders and just again yell and comment at the dude above, like, nobody needs to die, why don't we all just relax? And look for something higher that he could walk to.
From where you are right now, so let me give you guys just a little bit of a doohickey. Everybody's in roll 20?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. Zooming out.
So, you find yourselves in a space.
Oh, shit. Guys, everything's white. There's snow everywhere.
Can't see.
Yeah, in a space about yay big. The cliffside right here is where, 20 feet up, is where this other Orog is currently. Back up this way towards the stairs is where the trail you came from is.
Thank you.
Everywhere here is cliffside and death, should you jump down.
Okay.
So, with this creature upon your back, Flex, where are you moving?
Death? Death is that way. Death not. Death Note?
Oh, cool, no.
No. Death Note?
It was Death Note.
There's death. Death is to the left.
Yeah.
There's a climb to the right and this trail to the there.
The enemy is right here.
I guess. I don't know, is there any feasible way to go to the right with this dude I'm carrying?
You could go right against the edge of the cliffside with him. It's essentially a steep cliff jump, a cliff walk up to above.
When you say walk, as in I could walk it?
No, sorry. Like the cliffside in front beside you, where this Orog is a 90 degrees straight. So your only options, and sorry, that would be the same. Shape would be the same here. So essentially, your options would be either attempt to scale the cliff beside you right here, or head back on the path the way you came.
So just for clarity's sake, everything that's black is a drop.
Yes, to make it even more, everything that's green is death drop. Everything that's silver or black there is cliff or path.
Thank you.
Okay. Path.
Okay. So you carry the creature on your back, making your way back towards the path behind you.
Yep. There's going to be an avalanche. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right. That leads us back to the other creature, the Orog, above. And sorry, Todd, to say, you're just getting a little mouth breathy again.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Once again, the creature bangs the drum as an echo loud around you. This time, you hear a rumble from above, and you can start to see snow coming down quickly as an avalanche starts to come down towards the mountain beside you. You have likely a minute before the avalanche reaches you. Singorn, it is your turn.
Oh. Shit.
They summoned a fucking avalanche. We gotta get out of here.
And, I suppose Singorn will fuck. Yeah, he's gonna head.
Is now really the time for that, Singorn?
Why?
You know what? If I'm gonna die fucking.
Yeah, you just said that Singorn will fuck. So.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Who is Singorn fucking?
No. He is going. I just don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna. Singorn's just going to essentially. He's going to run towards the path. This here,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it won't help. Okay. Question: if someone is paralyzed, can they still talk?
No.
Who's paralyzed?
Yeah.
Nobody's paralyzed right now.
Well, you can't move.
It cannot. Or speak. A paralyzed creature
I
cannot
have to check one quick thing. Sorry, give me one quick second. I have to check something. It's starting. There's no fucking point. Nope. This. Is it still being loud? Is it still screaming or banging its drum?
It has banged its drum. The avalanche has begun.
Is it still doing so, or is he trying to get away, the enemy?
It is not moving. But it is no longer banging its drum.
Hold action. If ever he's going to do an aggressive maneuver towards one of my allies, I will cast Hold Person on it.
Okay. What's the range of Hold Person?
60 feet, I believe.
Okay.
Let me quickly check that for you. I have it right here. 60 feet.
Okay. Nope, sounds good to me. All right, anything else on your turn?
That's it, because I am holding, right, my action, so.
Yeah. All right, rest of them.
I did use my movement, sorry.
The creature that was fighting below is unconscious, potentially dead, now on Flex's back. There is the one creature above you 20 feet that does not appear to be moving after banging its drum, causing this avalanche. What are you doing now?
I have a quick question. The ledge that he's standing up on, that the avalanche is assumingly going to be coming down?
Yeah.
Is there any overhang or anything like that? Or is it just straight off cliff?
It is essentially a straight off cliff. There is no real overhang there at all. There does not appear to be any cover for this creature where he is standing right now.
No, I mean for me.
For you,
Uh-huh.
make a perception roll, please.
19.
Looking around, the best potential of an overhang would be either directly against the cliff itself, trying to stand flat against the cliff, as the avalanche would likely pass overhead, or potentially try to stay right behind the statue.
I'm going right against the cliff face.
Okay.
Because I kind of don't know where I'm standing on this map, so I don't think I've got a short enough shot to run back with the team.
For sure. Just so, more or less, all of you are in this vicinity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's like the size that we're dealing with right now. Okay.
Oh.
It's to scale. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, it's essentially, yeah. So I mean, the whole area around is about 40 feet. It's about a 7-10 foot gap where the creature is upon. The avalanche is coming from this way, straight down.
Okay, but my closest shot is to hide under the ledge, so I'm gonna go there.
It would be okay. All right. If I can end combat for a moment, actually, if I can end combat for a moment to use the bathroom.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ash, are you really going to try and do that?
Maybe.
So Flex is running back with the creature along the path.
Well, and so Aster needs to I mean, we as a group need to ask Flex, do we stand a chance at running this? Do we need to take cover? What's the plan, Flex? I guess.
Fucking run?
I don't think we can outrun an avalanche.
And I don't think there's any place around us to fucking duck for cover either.
Yeah, the cliff face.
There's a 20-foot
because
cliff.
you have to think the avalanche is coming down this way. It's going to go up and over. Its momentum's going to carry it over us if we stay along the cliff edge. Like under where it's coming down.
That cliff, but there's no lip on it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It's like a waterfall. You don't need a lip.
It doesn't need one because gravity is pulling it down so fast, and its momentum is just going to carry over. It's my theory.
It's an interesting theory.
I guess the question to the GM is, how quickly does it look like this is coming down? I think
Said
it
a
was
minute.
mentioned in a
I said about a minute. Yeah. So you have.
Yeah, well, so
I think
but
it's
it
more the
matters,
speed of it.
right? Like if a minute is, it's 60 feet above us and it's slowly rumbling down over a minute, that's different than if it's 300 yards or.
It won't reach you for a minute. How is that? Any snow won't reach you for.
No,
that help?
like that doesn't. That doesn't state the
Intensity of
speed.
the avalanche. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we see it like a mile off and it's going to reach us in a minute? Or can we see it like 200 feet off and it's going to reach us in a minute?
Okay, sorry, I got. Yeah. I wouldn't say a mile off, but it's coming down with speed from far up.
So I guess the follow up is then, does it look like it is possible in the few moments we have to watch? Does it look like it's possible to outrun it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
In the time that you have, from what, especially you being a perceptive master, if you ran back up the path, you would likely still hit some of the avalanche from there. But the trees around you there might provide some cover/grip and be more at the edge of it.
Yeah, you can run to the outskirts of it, but the main front's coming straight at us.
Aster will shout that to the group. If we make it back around the mountainside, up the path to the trees, we might be able to miss the worst of it. If you folk want to stay here and hope you don't get buried, good luck.
Does that help? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Ride the avalanche or go on the side.
All right.
Yeah,
So
in that case, Aster will probably move to get towards the trees then.
Sorry, I thought it was like imminent. I'll book it.
It's imminent.
A minute's not imminent.
It's a fucking avalanche, man.
Yeah,
all
but
right. So I'm
6
going
seconds is a
to
long
suspend.
time.
I'm going to suspend combat here. Is
Yeah, yeah.
everybody booking it down the path?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was as soon as that thing started rumbling.
Yeah, you were already there. So just everybody else is in agreement. That is what everybody else is doing as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
I was covering the rear in case there was an attack, but it seems there's not, so just...
All right, and Aster?
Yeah.
If there's an attack, they're just gonna fucking die themselves.
So, the 5 of you begin racing up the path as the rumbling grows closer and closer, as you start to feel the cold air of snow rushing towards you. As you start to make it towards the edge of the path, back from where you first came around, the snow finally reaches you. Around you are trees, soil, and rocks. I would like to know what each of you is trying to do to brace yourself from the oncoming snow that is about to hit you. It looks like you are going to take the least of the brunt of the snow. You may not be completely consumed, but there is still snow and, and with that rock rushing towards you. So, Min, where are you trying to brace yourself?
Okay. I need to read stuff. Can you skip to someone else first? I gotta double check I can do this.
All right, I'm just going in my order of cameras here, so Aster.
Aster is going to, I believe, I'm just looking at the list of animals that Aster can transform into again. Where did... Aster will turn into a big ape, I think.
Okay.
Or not a big ape, a medium-sized ape. And with his enhanced strength, will sort of reach a hand down to an ally and sort of curl around a couple trees. Like the biggest tree he can find.
Okay, can you make an athletics roll for me, please?
Aster can. My dice are not on fire tonight. That's a total of 9.
Okay.
Nope, I'm an ape now. That's a total of 12.
Okay.
Ape have +5, me have +2.
All right, so transforming into an ape, you grip yourself around 2 nearby trees, trying to brace yourself against them. Res them.
Yeah, I'm going to grab one of the ropes off my backpack. And I'm going to find a big tree. I'm going to throw the rope around it and grab both sides of the rope. Wrap them around my hands.
Okay, can you first make an acrobatics roll for me, a dex roll, to throw the rope around the tree?
$16.
Okay. And as a secondary roll, please make an athletics roll for me to grip on tight.
Oh, 19.
Okay. Flex. You currently have another creature upon your back.
Yep.
What are you doing?
You said there's trees and rocks.
Yeah.
How big of are the rocks and how big are the trees?
The trees, the tallest ones would be some thick pines, roughly 30 feet tall. 30, no, more like 50 feet tall. The thickest rocks would be about 10, 15 feet wide. A couple that could be hidden beneath, but for the most part, more of them are smaller, 5 to 8 feet rocks, boulders.
And we see the avalanche. How tall would you say the avalanche is?
Tall as in?
Like, there's a big thing of snow coming down. Like if I see it like hitting the trees behind us, how?
Oh, okay, yeah. It is still from the edges, still reaching about, even from the edges where you are, about 15, 20 feet high.
Okay, pretty much I'm just gonna find the biggest tree I can find, and right before it hits, I'm gonna turn really, really big.
Okay.
And grip the tree and try and keep, as tall up as I can be.
Gotcha. At this point, I'm going to come back to a Yumin.
Cool. If I'm in my necklace, it's another plane, but I'm in the space. I don't know. Can I have Mage Hand cast and it stays, or am I leaving 30 feet of the Mage Hand?
I would say you can cast Mage Hand, have, say, the bottle up in the sky and be in it. You can't cast Mage Hand from outside while being inside the bottle.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You could be inside the bottle and somebody else cast Mage Hand to be up in the air, but you cannot do both.
That's fair.
Aster has offered to...
Yeah, I'll grab Aster's hand.
Okay.
Okay, can you make the two of you together make an athletics roll for me as you are gripping each other tight?
19.
13 plus 0. 13.
Okay, and lastly, Singorn, my friend.
How high are we, by the way?
I thought you were still at the base. I didn't think you were climbing up the tree. I thought you were just bracing yourself.
No.
Am I right, Aster?
I was thinking of climbing the tree, but...
Because you're a monkey? I thought you were a monkey climbing a tree.
Well, yeah, but I mostly just Aster need to be stronger. Aster not very strong.
What the fuck, Aster? Fuck that shit. No, I'm climbing the tree.
Sure.
I don't want to get hit by the snow.
Okay, so
my
you're
climbing shoes on.
Okay.
Sorry, I assumed he became a monkey. I thought he was gonna climb the tree.
No, he never said that at all.
I was trying to figure out how to do my thing. I just heard him like.
No, I did say I'm gonna go up. Like I can see how that would be interpreted that way.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'll just climb the tree. I'll use his hand to help me get into the tree at first, but I'll just start climbing. I've got 80 feet of movement, so. Well, I got 120 feet of movement. Never mind. So.
Okay, so you can easily make your way well up a good 40, 50 foot tree?
Yep.
All right, and sorry, Singorn.
Are there? So you see, there's a bunch of trees. Are there any rocks that, for my size, I'll be able to crouch behind, essentially?
Yeah, at the largest, there'd be a good 15. Sorry, excuse me. A good 15-foot rock.
Okay, that's like I would be able to hide behind the rock away from the avalanche. Is that possible? All right.
You can certainly try to.
Okay. Taking out the hook from the climbing gear. Singorn is going to, as he jams the climbing gear into the rock behind him and holds on to the rope, he's going to murmur under his breath, essentially,
Moradin, steel us for the ordeal to come. Protect my allies. See us through this.
And I'm going to cast Bless at second level to bless everyone for the avalanche coming ahead.
Thank you.
Okay.
Everyone has got Bless for this.
Everybody but you?
No, is it not 5 for level 2?
you can only do 4 for level 2. I could be wrong.
Oh. Well, then I will not bless myself, I suppose.
Aster's a big monkey guy. You know. You're good. Just bless you.
Alright, I'll bless myself then. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I think I suppose that's what I do to try to be ready. So I'm holding on to this pickaxe into the rock that I'm essentially holding from behind.
Okay. So, as the avalanche roars around you all, you all brace yourself for the impact. As snow...
I use my shield as a ramp.
The dude is with a flex. The other dude?
Yeah, the dude with flex. Yeah, like
the dude with flex is with flex is holding. Flex is now standing 10 feet high?
16.
15?
16.
16. And this dude is essentially in Flex's arms.
Gotcha.
I forgot to mention I'm using my shield as a ramp above me, so that when it comes, it's going to try to slip off me.
Smart dwarf.
All right. As the avalanche rages around you, you all brace yourself for impact. And everything grows quiet. Flex, you look around and see everything around you covered by snow. The first person you noticed is Min, who jumps down from the tree that she was safe in. What did the two of you notice? Two of you are alone right now.
We don't see anybody else?
You don't see anybody else. Everything else appears covered by snow rain.
Oh.
I can reach out to Aster psychically, but you go first.
Then I guess I'm going to quickly put this guy down if he's still... hopefully he's doing alright. I'm going to put him down. And then I'm going to go to where Aerillon was, and I'm going to start digging.
All right. Meanwhile, you were psychically communicating with Aster.
Yeah, we opened it up when we got to the statue, so it should still be up.
It is, and Aster speaks to you. Aster is safe, cold, although they are covered, but they are still holding on tightly to the tree. They can still feel the tree that they were holding on to, its bark covered by the snow.
Well, I know where that is. I don't have any shovels on me.
If you can, Aster will say through the psychic connection. If you can, you should get Singorn. I'm doing fine. I'll work my way up the trunk.
Don't know where Singorn is.
You hear him muffled, diggy,
Can I make a check to see if I had spotted Singorn when I got in the tree? Or something?
Certainly. Make a perception roll for me, please.
Thank you. It's a... Yeah, it's not cocked. That's a 3, so...
You know,
also, I did get high like 10 seconds ago. I forget, is that investigation? That's investigation, not perception, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 6 on perception.
You were aware that Singorn was somewhere close to you, hidden behind a rock, but you're not quite certain exactly where he is. Singorn,
yes,
for no particular reason, can you make an athletics roll for me, please?
Yes, athletics. Please don't fuck me over. Natural 20.
A few moments later, almost on cue, you see Singorn pop up his head through the snow, gasping for air.
You guys safe?
We're just looking for Reslam. Bastard's digging himself out.
And after only a couple minutes, Flex, you dig towards the tree and you feel rope in your hand. And as you pull the rope, you feel a figure pulling back. As it doesn't take you too long to then dig and pull out Reslam, still holding tightly onto the rope that he bound around the tree.
Alright, easy does it.
After just a few more minutes after that, you're all able to trudge out of the snow back down towards the path. The 70 feet drop where you first had come from was now mostly covered by snow, but you find yourself back on that path once more. Cold, wet, but all alive and no worse for wear.
Hold up, I'd have to go back and pick that dude up.
Yeah, so I assume the dude was kind of over your shoulder or around you.
I put him down before I started digging. But yeah,
okay.
No, he's back. Yeah.
So, as you all find yourself renewed once more and alive, back where you were heading in the first place, now with an unconscious passenger beside you, what are you doing?
Oh, is everyone okay? A little shaken, a little worse for wear.
I'm fine.
Just a bit of snow.
Are you still Big Flex?
No, it doesn't last that long.
Okay.
Is anybody interested in trying to go see if the other one survived? Or is that not our business?
Well, that one's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, just that one.
Aster is currently a ape and can only talk to men. Sorry.
It's all good.
I mean, one person threw a javelin, didn't hit anybody, and yelled some stuff. And then somebody in our group aimed to kill.
I'm confused on what your thought process is here quite a bit, Flex. If people attack us and then continue to act threateningly, are we supposed to just let them keep throwing things until we can't dodge it?
We could try and figure out why they're throwing stuff at us.
I mean, we did. They could not communicate with us at all.
We also could have just tried to leave.
I'll remember that next time someone's trying to kill me. I'll just walk away.
They weren't trying to kill you, because if they were trying to kill you, they would have aimed to kill.
I think he did with his axe.
After you did what?
Dude, he threw a javelin.
After he did what? Did he hit you with the javelin? Did he hit anybody with the javelin? He threw it at our feet. That is a warning. And then you hit him.
He missed.
So you're assuming that they missed.
A warning of what? It's not his. Was the language of the altar theirs? No, it was common. We spoke common. They didn't.
And this could be their territory. You don't know that.
You're both making assumptions. Enough.
No, I'm not making assumptions. I got attacked.
Making an assumption.
No, you didn't. It wasn't even at you.
No,
you attacked them.
You, Flex, are making an assumption that he was meant to miss. You have no idea. Can you talk
exactly,
to him?
And we will never know now, but I brought him with us just to check.
Well, then we'll ask.
How? Explain.
We cannot communicate, as you just so-called said. What is the point of having him with us now?
I never said we couldn't communicate.
DM question quickly.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that we knew the name of these people from the dude when we were asking about the trip and the...
Orogs.
Yeah. Did we learn anything else about Orogs?
They were listed as a threat with ice methods and cloakers. Technically, though, we don't know that these are Orogs. Like, we don't know, no.
We don't know what is an Orog.
I mean, it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's probably a duck.
Yeah. All the essential about you was they were a threat, a danger that may attack you upon the mountain.
Cool.
Aster is a little worried about our captive having died. but because nobody else can understand him, he will point at Flex's passenger, and then put like
Oh yeah,
two
Singer, can you
fingers
see
on
if
the
he's
wrist.
alive? If you can heal him.
Fingers on the wrist or what?
Aster's like, check for a pulse.
Oh, checking for pulse. Okay. Medicine check.
Make a medicine check for me, please.
Oh shit.
What is your roll? JJ?
Oh, me?
Sorry, I thought you were making
Sorry,
medicine. I thought you were making
Oh
medicine check.
no, Aster was doing that. Was the finger of the checking for the pulse?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm so
Actually,
sorry.
wait.
No.
I can make a medicine check. Wait, I'm
Yeah.
not proficient in medicine. Aster's not good at checking for a pulse. Never mind.
But that's what I thought you were okay.
No, sorry. Aster like pointed at the guy and was like, somebody should check for a pulse.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, then I will go
Sorry,
ahead and
that's
do
for
that
me.
if necessary. Then okay. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood
No,
that whole
All
interaction.
good. Medicine roll, please.
Yes, medicine is yes, +4 with the 12, 16.
All right. The creature, while does appear breathing slow, is still breathing.
Alright, he still lives. Not for long if he's a fucking friend.
Is he coherent enough to speak to us at all?
Right now, he is still unconscious.
He's unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the health potion that I have in my bag, and I'm gonna pour it in its mouth.
That's a waste of good money.
Well, you wanted to save his life. No. You can't pick. That's what the route
We
you
could
wanted
just
to
use
go.
a good berry. We could literally use a good berry. Yes, we can.
You can't use a good berry. He's a monkey. That's
Ruslam?
a good idea.
Ringorn.
Ruslam has already said he's
I've
going to
made
do
my
this.
action.
Ruslam is.
Yeah. I'm
So,
down.
the creature starts to stir. And as it looks up at the five of you, he is going to get up, grunt something in Orcish, reach in behind him looking for an axe that's not there. And then he is going to frantically start to try to climb up the mountain, the snow, where you once came.
No, I'm grabbing him by the scruff and I say, "We're gonna talk." Common at all? Okay, Ager? Ager, thumbs up. Ager, thumbs down.
You're just going to look.
Aster over Flex's shoulder makes like a happy face and then an angry face as well.
Ager. Good. Protok. Orog.
Ager protects Orog.
Hmm.
Did you think us hurt Ager?
Orog. The Orog is going to make with pretend to hold an axe and almost like stab it into the ground. Orog. Ager.
You protect Ager?
Oh.
You strong, Ager? Flex my muscles. I'll point at muscles. I don't know.
Orog. Strong. Ager Drungus.
Can we try other languages? Probably.
I'll try giant.
He's living on a mountain with glass.
Yeah. I'll try giant, and I'll speak to him in that. Just say, hello?
Hello.
Oh, he speaks giant!
The creature responds back to you in giant.
There you go.
Hi. Seems like we had a bit of a fight there. Were you trying to kill us with that javelin throw?
Yes, but miss.
Y'all don't know that.
Nope.
Neither do you.
Aster knows
Actually, yes, I do.
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
I could be lying, but that'd be a weird thing to lie
sorry.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aster
Never
speaks
mind.
giant.
Aster speaks giant.
Yeah.
that. Aster speaks giant.
Okay.
Aster looks like a dumb monkey right now, though. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Aster
Okay, then I'm just gonna ask him why.
We protect Shrine of Ager. Shrine of Ager belong to Orog. None other pilgrims come try to taint with their hands. Ager belonged to Orog and Orog alone.
Okay, so you were protecting what was yours. We weren't here to touch or mess with your thing. So do you attack everybody that comes here?
No one come to this shrine for many moons. It has been a long time. Last time pilgrims came here, there were too many. Soak, shame to say, did not fight when pilgrims came.
And what do you mean by too many?
24 came to pilgrim. They pray and speak to Ager. Long ago, many more did pilgrimage, but that is not the way anymore. So, Orok protect shrine to Ager.
But protect from who? So you thought we were coming to harm Ager?
Ager, god of Orog, not god of human.
I'm not a human.
Not god of Goliath or giant.
Aster points to himself. Oh.
He's a monkey. You ever see one of those before?
Monkey not comprehend strength of Ager.
Aster goes, oh.
Soak, now prisoner of Goliath. Soak will bow to will and serve new master. Until Soak released or Soak killed.
Well, how many of your kind are there here protecting that shrine?
Soak and Gob protect families deeper in mountain caves. Dozens. Or I'll keep to some selves. Live deep in mountain.
Well, I'm gonna let you go free under one condition here. You gotta stop. You can't let this happen again where you strike first, ask questions later. We weren't here to hurt the shrine. We weren't even here to pray to the shrine. It's not our god.
Soak Master wish for him not to attack.
I mean, at least watch from a distance to see if they have good intentions or not, you know? If somebody starts desecrating your shrine, I mean, do what you gotta do, but we were just walking about. I don't want to kill you. I don't know what happened to your friend. I don't want him dead either, but...
Mountain take Gob.
Which is unfortunate and could have been avoided if we just, relaxed a little.
Soak Borrow Dagger. Sword.
You want to borrow my dagger?
Soak offer Blood Pack to Master.
Works for me. Think I have a knife. Probably have a knife. Nope. Anybody got a knife?
I'll just reach in.
no.
I'll grab one of my short swords.
Aster like pats where his pockets might be.
Okay, I take it and I pass it to my new friend
Right.
here.
Yeah.
So, Reslam, you pass your short sword over to
One of them.
Flex, and
Yeah.
and Soak grabs the short sword, holds it up to his hand, and slices it deep. Then Soak hands sword to you. Soak hands the sword to you, Flex.
I do the same.
Soak holds his hand out.
Same. Take it.
Right? Soak, not attack those who just look at shrine. Those who defile Soak and Orogs will attack. But Goliath and friend of Orog.
I like that.
Orog will not attack you and kill you or try to eat you while you sleep, while you climb the mountain.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And Soak will release his hand.
And I'll release his. Say, safe journey home. And I'll give Ruslan back his sword.
And without another word, the Orog will look at the rest of you and start to trudge waist deep through the snow back up the mountain where you just came from. All right, so it is 10:30 right now. I'm good for a while longer, but I want to gauge everybody else. Are people done now? Half an hour, hour? Where are people at?
I'm good to go all night.
Oh, not.
Nobody needs to end immediately. I look at Tyler as he yawns.
I just yawn nowadays. No, Sarah's in the middle of building a trench, so that's going to take some time.
Okay. Sorry, just because I didn't hear. Josh, Jer, you guys good?
Yep.
Yeah,
Josh, you can't say no.
I can.
Well, of course you can say no.
Just making sure. I didn't want you to feel pressure because everybody else said yes.
Consent is important. Consent is important before I have my way with you all.
How much longer are we
Jesus
talking?
Christ.
How about at the very least, I'm currently offering another half an hour and
Yeah.
then stop and see where we're at from there.
I'm good with half an hour. God, I got
Okay.
crazy meetings and stuff tomorrow.
No, fair enough.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so without anybody else saying a word, you all begin your journey back towards the bell site once more.
Can we say words?
I'm sorry. Of course you can. Sorry.
So, I mean, some shit just went down. So.
Yeah, no. Of course.
Aster, are you gonna stay like this for a while?
Aster kind of shrugs.
Okay. What did they just? Like when I went asked, what did they just do? Like when they did the blood oath. I was hoping you could tell us what.
Yeah, Aster
informs
Min that the.
And Min informs everybody.
Yeah, Min and everybody that.
Well, I guess at this point, Fleck could too. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
Aster will just point to Flex to talk about it.
Yeah, once the dude's gone.
All right, we're friends with the Orogs now.
What was with the blood? Is that the friendship?
Yep.
Made an oath.
Made a blood oath. So here's what's happened. Yep, you were right. He missed. But I was right too in that it was their territory.
How is their territory? Why?
That's their shrine.
It has comment on it.
They say a large group of pilgrims came and defiled it, and Ager is the god of the Orogs, not humans. And they didn't. They don't. So they made a plan to stop anybody from coming to defile their shrine. We just made a blood pact, and he's going to go back to his tribe. That anybody that comes with good intentions will be left alone at the shrine. If they come to defile it again, then they're going to get fucked up.
Well, what is defile though?
Do bad things to it.
Such as the scripture that was written on it.
Was it in good condition when we saw it?
And sorry, just to rephrase, just for in case, depending on how you're, the large group did not defile it. There was a large group that came to the shrine that they avoided, but they fear that other people will defile, so they try to.
Okay, so that's what I shared. So a large group came, but they're worried that people will defile it. So
yeah, keep going. Sorry.
That's it. Misunderstanding.
But the misunderstanding, it's not their shrine.
Says who?
They didn't make it.
How do you know that?
Because they don't speak common.
Spoke a bit of common.
Not enough to write in it. Flex, come on, man. Why would they write in common to a shrine to their god?
Maybe, I don't know, somebody else could have put it there.
It's like the goblins that we came across on the road. Was it their road that we defiled, so they had the right to attack us because we stepped on it?
Nope. And I just solved the problem, so they're not going to do it again.
Until someone defiles it, which could be putting an offering on it or praying in front of it.
Nope. We made very clear that if they have good intentions, they're to be left alone. And praying is not defiling anything.
That is your understanding. It might not be theirs.
Well, we just swore blood oath, so I have more of an understanding than you. Go learn Giant, and then you can go talk to him about it.
I mean, we and Master could definitely go talk to him if we wanted.
Go for it.
Could.
Aster will say to Min, and then to say to everybody else, I do think that we've done a good thing here today. We've perhaps saved future pilgrims from assault and apparently befriended some Orogs, which he will absentmindedly try to talk as a gorilla while also saying this mentally.
Yeah, I'll translate it. Begrudgingly, because I don't agree with your words, but hope you're right. Again.
Faster, as an ape sets off down the path. keeping a wary eye out for any dangers.
How big are you? Are you a large creature or are you still medium?
No, this is a medium ape.
Okay, thank you.
There's a giant ape, but that is me not that big. Oh, giant ape is huge. Oh, it's like King Kong big. I see.
Giant apes?
Yeah.
Not King Kong, like King Kong in like the new movies, not King Kong and King Kong vs. Godzilla.
I don't know what huge is in 5e. Like that might be like 30 feet tall. So yeah, not like Godzilla size.
Yeah, that's still pretty big, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that
Like
goats
Skull
don't have a climb speed? They're not mountain goats. They're not mountain goats, and it makes me sad. I
So,
wanted to be a goat.
you all continue back on the path once more. At this point, it is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
By about 9 o'clock in the evening, it starts to grow much colder, and the temperature has dropped significantly by about 10 degrees.
Are we feeling the cold bite with our worm clothes on, or are we still good?
You're certainly feeling that there is cold around you, but your clothes do definitely protect you from any dangerous effect.
Oh.
And very quickly, especially with the mountain around you, you find the mountain path to be very dark. And at about 9 p.m. now, you may wish to try to settle for the evening.
Is there a good alcove or something that we could use on our path that we could use to camp?
From where you are, there is not much of any caves or the like. There is a bit of a clearing, and from where you stand now, starting to trudge through actual snow. Now, just small skiffs, but you do see a few spots up ahead that do look like they may have been once campsites burnt to ash and logs where a fire may once have stood. About a 15-foot clearing where it may have been likely that some have camped before.
Well, folks, this looks as good a place as any. Doesn't look stained with blood or nothing, so.
Shall we set up a fire as well? Do we have what do we have in our rations? Do we have any meat?
Well, we've got dried jerky and the like, but as for a fire, I wouldn't mind. Well, we should save our firewood for if it's necessary.
Aye, quite true. It is there's not that much snow. Yeah.
I think as much as it sucks, we bunker down in some nice warm tents and sleeping bags for the night.
I was too eager. Understood.
Okay. Can I get a watch order for these?
I would take first watch.
I will take second.
I've got Singorn followed by Reslam. Who's taking the remaining 2 watches?
Aster cannot see in the dark, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll take last. I'll take last. Sorry, I'll take fourth, not first. I'll take fourth. Watch.
I don't have dark vision either, so I have to either be early or last.
I can take a dark one.
Well, Aster will take third watch then, which will still be kind of dark.
I'll take
leaving Flex with first watch.
I'll take second then. I think I already am in second. Yeah, I'll take that one because it's dark.
Sorry. Right now we've got Singorn, Reslam.
No, Flex, Reslam.
Sorry, Flex, Reslam,
Min, Singorn.
Okay.
Aster will share Flex's watch then, just so that we have 2 people without dark vision sharing the first watch, I guess.
Sounds good.
All right. So sorry. So Min is taking the first watch.
No, Singhorn's taking the first watch.
No,
Flex.
Oh, it's
and
me.
Sorry.
Flex and Aster.
Flex and Aster are taking first watch.
Flex, Aster, then Rusdom,
Min.
Yep.
then
Same.
Min, then Singorn. Okay, sorry.
Farms. We're doing it in the farms order. Flex, Aster, Ruslam, Min, Singor. Farms watch.
All right. So
That's good.
your watches will end up being fairly quiet tonight, but I am curious. Flex and Aster, as the two of you sit there, the mountain breeze and the small amounts of snow being swept up by it, hitting you in the face, stinging you slightly. What did the two of you discuss, if anything, upon your watch?
Well, Aster would probably be a big fan of the view, and once we're done with the Goliaths, do you think we could try to make it a little further up the mountain, maybe even to the peak if it's possible? We might be able to discern something from such a view, especially at night with the stars in full glory.
I mean, that sounds great to me. Nice to get some nice fresh air.
Well, as long as you think we can make it up. I don't want to risk anybody.
They said it's 10,000. My people live in like 20,000 plus. Like, this'll be fine. They're actually a little low, which is surprising.
I suppose another question I have when I chart the stars tomorrow and select which spells I'm preparing, I could manipulate the clouds to write with them, and the Goliaths on the mountain should be able to see them if you feel like that might be of any use.
They do, we do tend to worship, like, nature, but...
Like, it could say, visitors coming, I don't know, not
They might...
an attack.
Yeah, they might not like that, though. Messing
That's
with
fine.
nature like that, so... I think
I
it's
will make
best we
sure.
just let me take the lead. I'll talk with them first, and then if everything's good, then the party will come up.
I will, alright. I will make sure I'm prepared for combat and conversation then.
But,
Best I can.
let's try and make sure that if they come at us aggressively, that we don't go straight for killing folks.
I don't think that's the plan, no. It seems likely that these folk will, well, they might be aggressive.
They might be, but if it comes down to it and they're not being reasonable, then we leave rather than kill, because,
I don't disagree. I mean, in response to the one, if you're referring to today, the creatures at the shrine, that shrine could be visited by any number of innocents. And I know it said it had been a while, but that means only that the memory of their presence is faded. And so it's possible that lives will not come upon them and force them to break.
That's a fair point. It worked out.
It did. The stars were in our favor.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that, I mean, we did lose the one, but that guy was fucking nuts bringing down an avalanche.
I mean, it's possible from his nook up there that he survived. I don't suppose we'll ever know, nor do we really have an aid tool.
Nope, but that's why I don't like escalating so quickly.
I don't either, but sometimes perhaps we've been fortunate or destined this far that we've found a foe that we seem to always, aside from the basilisks and save a few others, we seem to find foes that we can afford
to ask questions first while under fire. I worry what will happen should we find foes who attack first and are overwhelming in their strength compared to ours.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm hoping to make this climb again. Goliaths are pretty straightforward and honest, so they can potentially give us a lay of the land and on who can be reasoned with and who can't.
It seems like they don't worship Aegir either. Well, they might not know much of the goings-on of the people below. They might have a less biased history of the land for us to learn from.
That's kind of what I'm going for. And, you know, I also understand it'll come from a Goliath lens, and that might be bunk, but at the very least, we'll know who's dangerous, and that's the big part.
I mean, no matter what, this climb is good. Are we planning on ringing the bell or pressing on?
Here's my thoughts. If we I'd like to ring the bell, because I don't want to bring everybody to their camp. This is where they've set up for trade. I think that's appropriate. If somebody was to go up there past, it'd have to be me alone.
Do we have something to trade or a gift to placate them, perhaps, when they find that we've just come seeking answers? Or are we going to spin them a sob story about where we've come from, that we're not of this land, that we've been through the fog and the like?
Well, we can be honest, and they might respond. I mean, they also might accept just a healthy challenge.
That is fair. Physical challenge is what we seem to be good at.
Exactly. And, you know, win or lose, they might be more willing to engage with us if it's a friendly engagement, you know.
Aster kind of goes through his pack as well. I still have a few valuable gemstones and some from the Lord of Gordum. I've got some magical scrolls, if that is something they'd be interested in.
Do we have anything
from Simon the Ghost?
A sword, potentially. Do we have any of those metal ingots still?
Tangorn.
Wow.
Go back to sleep in just a sec, but do you have some of those metal ingots from the mine?
Yeah, over there.
Points at his stack.
I realize this isn't a great time, but would you be willing to part with some of them if we needed to placate the Goliaths?
I mean, they're not going to care much for gems. They're not going to care much for gold. It's straight up trade. So either we hunt something and maybe present them a deer, or we give them some metal.
Got 2 steel swords if you want.
No, go back to sleep. I'm talking to Aster. Shh, baby boy. Shh. Shh. Hush, little dwarf, don't say a word.
Diggy, diggy, ho. Diggy, dig.
Snores.
Oh, perhaps we've got something that we can offer in trade. I have a feeling they trade normally sort of en masse.
Yeah, but it's a circumstance. I mean,
well, we've also
if we don't wanna waste their time, I could make the journey up. We could make the journey up together, and you guys just stay back about an hour or so.
Well, we've also got, I suppose, like 60 or so odd days of dried food.
Can also offer that. We have a few options.
All right. Well, perhaps in the morning we'll see whether folk would be happier to ring the bell. I feel like that'll be Min's preference. And, I mean, the peace and quiet of the mountainside for a few days while we wait for them to arrive might not be bad.
Upon hearing about Min's preference, how do you react, Flex?
I'll agree. I mean, I don't want to drag her up there either.
I don't know what Ruslam and Singorn would prefer. I intend to just help with whichever choice is decided upon.
All right. Who's the next watch?
Ruslam.
Me.
Farms. FAR.
All right. Ruslam, as you come out of your tent, as the two of them are talking, how did the two of you react, or what do you speak to anything of them as you are prepping your Ruslam?
Aren't they just going to bed?
They are, but do you wish to speak or convey anything to them before heading to sleep?
Anything of interest during your watch?
Nah, it's been quiet. Just figure out if you want to make the climb or ring the bell. It's probably best for the ones with the little bodies to not have to make the climb. And it might be best to not invade a camp.
Well, if what the last encounter with another race has taught me anything, it's that we must follow their rules, and the expectation is us for ring a bell. I say we ring the bell out of respect. And if it was me in my camp and a stranger came to me, I would probably assume they are a threat.
Yep. I agree.
But I also think
I would offer them a star reading. Oh.
I think after we ring the bell, that some of us lay in the shadows. And when they do come, they speak to you, Flex, not us. And we lay.
Yeah, that was my intention all along. I'm gonna be handling this one. If anything, you could come with me.
Yes, but I think for the first contact, we lay in the shadows and wait.
No tricks. Be straightforward with them, and they'll be straightforward with you.
No trick. No tricks.
So that's it.
All right, going to bed.
And I take over. And I'm whittling. I have my wood carving toolkit there. And I'm just whittling away.
Okay. Your watch goes by uneventfully, and I believe then that will take you to Min's watch.
Yep.
Min, as you awaken, as the rest of them is getting ready for bed, do the two of you speak of anything?
See anything?
It's quiet.
Hear anything?
No, no one is dumb enough to come up on this mountain at night.
Awesome. Is there fire going? Can't remember.
Negative.
Cool.
Call me if you need anything.
And then I just go to sleep.
Okay. And the last watch, Singorn, as you wake up and speak to Min.
Oh. Anything eventful on your watch?
I gotta point out whatever. Oh God. You can probably see the stars really good up here, right?
Yes. It is a very clear, very beautiful evening.
I can't remember your god. It's a full blank in my mind.
Moradin.
I want to say Mjolnir, and I was like, it's not that. Is there like a Anvil of Moradin in the sky? I can say it looks really beautiful.
He's under the sign of the mountain.
Yeah. But also, I mean, the sun's starting to come up, so I'm not sure. But I gotta go sleepy sleeps. No, I'm not. I don't really need to sleep anymore, do I? I don't know. Yeah, I do. I got sleepy sleep. Then I'll have a cat nap.
Okay.
Okay.
Young man, I
And-
wanted to ask. Oh,
No, sorry. Go ahead, Singorn. Sorry. No, go ahead.
young lass, you seem to be on edge of late, or disinterested, distant, angry all the time.
Me?
Yes, I feel that.
I'm just upset when people. I just don't know. I don't understand the motivations of the people here. Where I come from, if people constantly kill people or attack people for no reason, they shouldn't be allowed to go free. To keep doing that to others.
I understand your point, but there are also. You've only lived for, what, 16 years? I've lived for 150.
And the law is different where you're from?
Things change. In times, these laws that you mentioned, yes, being on our guard, and I wholeheartedly would have agreed with you. If they had struck first, we would have struck back.
They did strike first. They threw a spear at us. The goblins attacked too, if I recall. And you killed the goblin, right?
Exactly.
What's the difference?
I do understand. But here, listen, the favor was on his side, and we're very lucky that he was able to manage to make this actually into a peace treaty. Understand, however, my opinion, that our situation, there was no mistakes made.
Yeah, so maybe I'm a little upset if people are saying that I'm being evil when they're letting people that have killed people for no reason other than an imagined slight go free. Constantly.
I understand.
I understand that I have to work with these people to escape this area, so I am a little more quiet because I don't want to create any irrevocable damage.
Is there anything that I can help you with?
I don't think so. I appreciate it, though. I'll let you know if I need any help. You should take that helmet off, though, when you sleep.
You know I can't take it off.
Poisonings. We won't look. You can't be that hideous.
I was actually a looker, thank you very much. And if I could remove this helmet, I would, but I cannot. Because my burden. Mistakes and all in life, 'tis a cycle.
And you're paying for your mistakes that you've made in the past.
It continues. But
Just
we
like
endure,
others should do.
as Moradin teaches. Have a good rest, young men.
Thank you.
And Singorn would then do his watch. And then he'll, halfway through his watch, be sneaky and say, fuck it, and identify the silver fucking hammer he's been carrying this whole time and never got to.
Okay. Upon Strike looking with the hammer, investigating it, do you have any material, anything you would strike or try to test the hammer upon?
No. One moment, please. If you, give me one moment, please. I'm so sorry. I have to take.
No, all good. All good.
Aster is kind of faintly awoken by the sound of Singorn like quietly casting the spell. Do it in the morning. Come on. Oh no. So we're level 5 now, right? Sorry, I'm just...
Yes, we are level 5.
I'm kidding. I tease.
Okay, you mean level 4? I was like, when did that happen?
Yes, sorry, level 4.
Yeah, no, we just leveled up now, right?
No.
What do you mean? We survived an avalanche. That's like a level like 40 foe.
Yeah, true. An avalanche could kill like a Tarask. Therefore, we have killed a Tarask. Ergo, we're now level 5.
You're close. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. If we kill all of... If we kill all of the Goliaths on the mountain, will we hit level 5?
Yes.
And Josh, you were discovering why Sean and most GMs I know of don't do experience and tell you what experience is. Because otherwise people are like, oh, let's just go kill things for like a session so we can level up before we continue.
Alright, sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hammer. Well, I was hoping to identify to know what it does before using it, if ever it has charges, but I'm going to, if you ask me to smack something, I will smack one of the iron ingots I have. Just to see how is it strike it and whatnot. The ones I was offered by Ruslan.
Where do these iron ingots come from?
Ruslan, he gave me 2.
They were from the
These
cave.
were
In the mines. Yep.
Not the steel ones, the iron ones.
All right.
There's no, the living steel. Oh, good call.
You have
You know what?
living
I'll
steel
use
as well.
I'll smack the living steel. Why not? Let's see what that does.
Regardless, once you strike it after, testing and using this hammer, striking these pieces, you feel nothing from. And it's not just that nothing happens, it's you feel almost an emptiness as the hammer strikes these pieces, as if they have been untouched by mankind.
I don't follow.
The understanding what you get, you currently have in your possession a dwarven hammer of empathy.
Huh?
This hammer, when it strikes a material, a weapon, armor, or the like, you can understand and know the feelings of the crafter of it at the time of crafting the material.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay.
Other than that, it is a simple forge hammer. It is magical,
Okay.
so it will not rust, it will not wear down. But upon striking a material that has been crafted by another individual, you can understand their feelings, their emotions at the time of crafting the weapon, the item.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to replace my icon with that. My holy symbol will be then that hammer instead. There's no divinity symbols on it, yeah?
No.
Can you give it to
Okay.
Flex and Min so they could each hit each other in the head for a moment? Or
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you what it is in a minute.
Sorry.
All right. And with that, we will end the session tonight.
Okay.
This is one of those times I would love to do chat about stuff between now and next Tuesday if a date exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday are good for me. I think the weekend's okay.
I should be good. I'm done all my traveling for now.
Woo.
I have no idea.
Oh, I'm shooting a wedding on Friday.
It may just be one of those play things by ear, and if we all happen to be on at the same time, then cool.
Yeah.
Works for me.
We do say that, but I think that we've never ever managed to do
No,
that.
but
Well, so what we
I
might
don't
be able to do is, like, if 3 or 4 of us are on, we can try messaging the last person, like, "Hey, can you hop in?"
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys can always
but
text me.
regardless, thank you all for the campaign session.
Campaign, or is it over? No.
Yeah, good job, guys. Everything's done.
We did it.
We
literally-
win.